What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Val is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro. Welcome to Big Val Opinion. Moderators, with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. This channel is a negativity-free channel, drama-free channel, and we are here to push the message out. We will not be distracted. So with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. Welcome to Big Val Opinion platform.
And I just really want people to know, I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing here. Lifetime, as far as quick on lifetime, as far as lifetime is concerned, there are real people, real women out here really being abused, really missing. They're really missing. They're really chained up in basements. I've been in here 4 years. I haven't seen one person that was ever chained up in a basement come forward for anything. But I tell you one thing, before Lifetime came out, I was minding my business. I was in the studio. I was working with celebrities. I had tours. But when Lifetime came out, all of that went away. Meaning, before Lifetime came out, I had no charges pending against me. Nobody had went to a radio station or had went to, a police station. It took a year to put together Lifetime. If all of the things they said I did on Lifetime were true, it only take a minute to go to a police station. But when there's a crime committed, you don't go make a movie on it. You go to the police station. Nobody had done that.
What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. And tonight, man, y'all see the title. What do they mean by the black culture was infiltrated? Man, free chaos, free boosters, free the innocent. And that's all I'm saying until it's backwards. You hear me? Hope everybody having a blessed day out there, man. Happy Friday to everyone. We still working, man. We still working to try to bring this little girl home. I checked for an update, hadn't really seen nothing. It's crazy. But one thing I can say, man, the number of missing person cases I done seen in the last 2 or 3 days is outrageous, man. I know it hasn't been about. I know I done seen via social media. I done seen about 7 to 8 missing person cases. And that's everywhere from Chicago to Columbus, Ohio, to the Carolinas, and also Texas. Something is going on, and all in the same that age range between 14, 15, no higher than 18, 19. You know what I'm saying? In between that age range. So let's make sure we being aware, being very cautious and cognizant of what we're doing. Be aware of our surroundings. When our children are going outside, make sure that you are out there with them, watching them, as they play, because there's no such thing as an innocent child anymore. People are out here just grabbing people, children, for whatever reason. They don't even, I mean, they don't even have a reason to, but they do it just because they see a child there and the child is unattended. So that's an opportunity. So let's make sure that we are watching our children while we let them outside and play. When we going in the stores, make sure you keep your child near you while you in the shopping center, because there's been reports of people walking in shopping centers trying to snatch children, trying to snatch women as well. So when you out, make sure y'all are very aware of y'all surroundings and everything that's going on around y'all. We're gonna let some more people get in here. Miss Lady T, what up? EJ, what up? Stephanie, what's going on? Theresa, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Congratulations to Big Vi. Uh, I accepted another job offer today. Uh, accepted another job offer today. Thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God. He's awesome. He's amazing, and he never seems to let me down. So y'all should try him. If you haven't tried him, I'm telling you, start trying them. Also, what's up, kid? Uh, we're gonna watch. We're gonna do a little studying. This live today is more so a little studying and understanding what do they mean by the black culture was infiltrated. Man, I have a video, and this video is from a former FBI informant who's a black brother who's gonna talk about the things that these people he's gonna explain to us the way our people are viewed when it comes to the people who watch us over and study us. We constantly say it all the time. They study our movement, they study our culture, they study our social media, they study our schooling program. I mean, they study how much we sleep, they study how much we eat, they study how much we on our phone. Everything about us is a study. There's a consistent, I mean, there's an assertive effort to always know what our people are doing. Now, I watched this. What up, Dennis? I watched this video of yesterday. Uh, and while I was watching this video yesterday, man, so much stuff stuck out to me. The way that this brother was breaking it down, the way that they prey upon our people, like the R. Kellys and the Lil Boosies and the Malcolms and the Martins and the uh, Larry Hoover, Jeff Fords, and uh, man, it's so many. You're gonna understand why I mean, the Tupacs and the Easy E's and everybody. This the way that this guy breaks it down, he's gonna help you to understand something that is so powerful in the way that we are taken down. And for myself, when I listened to this audio, when I watched this video yesterday, I was tripping because I'm listening to something. This video was 8 years ago when this ex FBI informant did this interview. It was 8 years ago. But as I'm listening to this video from 8 years ago, I'm hearing things that are relevant to today. I'm hearing things that are relevant to today. It's been 10 minutes. I'm finna go and get this show on the road. You know, I gotta work tomorrow. me see some. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Now. All right, y'all. Hold on, we got an echo. Let me get that out of there. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get into it, y'all. Let's get to it.
In the summer of 1978, I interviewed a man who worked as an informer for the FBI during the 1960s. His name is Dothard Perry, also known as Ed Riggs, also known as Bill Perry, also known as Othello.
How were you paid? The pay was always in cash. Cash, and you would sign a card. It would go like this. A rendezvous or a drop-off point would be picked out either by yourself or the agent. You would meet the agent there. Usually it would be in a vehicle. You get in the vehicle, he would hand you the money. He would tell you first to count the money. He would tell you the amount while you counted it. If the amount was there, he would then bring out a card. On that card would be for the week of such and such. In other words, the week was dated. So-and-so has been paid the amount of. Then you would sign the card, and then the agent would sign the card. The reason for this is that if all of a sudden the IRS became very interested about where you were getting all this extra money from, you could always tell them to go back to the Bureau, and the Bureau would have your cards on file.
I see.
So here is this guy, which is an informant. He's explaining to us how they were paid, for their cooperation. They would they would uh they would take the cash money that these informants would get. They would take the cash money, give it to the FBI. The FBI would transfer the cash to a card so that they could keep record of it. If the informant was to come into trouble with the FBI, with the IRS or anything, that the IRS could audit uh the FBI and see where this person was receiving this money, because this informant, this is a job. This is pretty much a job. This is a job for this guy. So he's telling how he was paid, and he's gonna go on to tell things that he was asked to do, and so much stuff that he's gonna talk about in this. It's so much stuff that he's gonna talk about that is relevant still to this day. This was recorded in the 90s. This was recorded in the 90s. Somebody represented it in 8 years ago, but this video was recorded in the 90s. So all the way from the 90s, it's 2023. Some of the things that you're gonna hear him saying are still relevant to this day, but they are even better. There's more technology involved. Let's go.
Were there such things as bonuses?
Oh, yes.
What were they paid for?
Bonuses were paid for, suppose while you were meeting with or you were at a meeting with Bobby Seals, Chulai of the Red Army happened to come to the meeting too, which is something which would be a new development. That's bonus time.
In other words, a hot piece of information.
Hot piece, very hot piece.
So, what you just heard him say is that they got their bonuses, how they qualified to get bonuses, right? Bonuses would be qualified by information that the FBI didn't have no knowledge of. So if they on duty and they spying or they spying into an operation and something take place in that operation that the bureau isn't aware of, and he take this information back, he will receive a bonus for that new tip or that new lead. Boy, the incentives was in there. Also, what's up, Unc? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the panel, Unc.
Blessings to your nephew and everybody in the chat that's represented. Blessings to you.
So now he talked about how he didn't got paid. He's telling you how they got bonuses for hot new leads or information that the bureau wasn't aware of, that they made them aware of. That's how they got their bonuses.
Did you ever suffer pangs of conscience?
Quite a few times. Quite a few times. I still suffer pains of conscience. I suffer from the fact that a lot of people trusted me and I misused that trust. I suffer from the fact that a lot of information that I gave out was the undoing of certain groups or certain people. I suffer from the fact that I'm on the run constantly.
Don't we talk about that conscience all the time?
Yeah.
We talk about that conscience all the time. It's people out here that are doing what they are doing to our brother Robert Kelly for a reason, because they don't want to deal with their conscience. They know that they done wrong. They know that they didn't testify against this brother. They know they didn't corroborate stories against this brother. But they did it all under false pretense, right? Of thinking that this brother would never see the light of day again. So how do you think those people are going to feel when Robert becomes free? How do you think those people are going to move when Robert becomes free? Because guess what? These people understand. Eventually, Robert will understand and know who all gave statements.
Yep.
Eventually, he's going to understand who all testified to the grand jury, who cooperated, who said what, who worked out what deal, who got this, who got that. He's going to know all of this information at some point.
Yep, break it down.
So a lot of these people around, they are doing a lot of the things that they're doing because their conscience don't want to deal with the fact of Robert ever being free again.
It's eating them up. It's like a little bit of cancer that you get diagnosed with, but you don't get no type of treatment or anything. And you think it just can go away by itself. It won't.
It won't.
It'll eat you up from the inside. And you can see the evidence of it from the outside. Ooh, that was powerful.
Man.
Ooh, that was dang.
That's like a flesh-eating bacteria, huh?
Yes, sir. That's exactly, nephew. Exactly. Exactly.
You deteriorating and don't even know
Yep. And that's why you have to know when to open your mouth and speak and when to close your mouth and not speak. Because when you do it at the right moment, then your enemy or those plotting against you maliciously think that they are getting away because they're under a deception. They're blind and they just show they real. And all you got to do is fall back and just pay attention. They're telling themselves. See, when you standing in your truth and you know you walking in integrity, I didn't say a perfect human being. I'm saying a person who understands that their very nature, we have some tendencies to miss the mark. And as I grow and mature, I decide I'm trying to be the best version of me every waking moment that I'm blessed to have that first call, as you always say, nephew. Then I owe it to myself to do whatever it takes to stay focused and know that it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be some distraction. It's going to be something to take me off of my game. As Dean Bella say, get me off my pivot. But that's when I had to do like Joe Clark said and lean on me. I had to buckle down and concentrate and really understand what is at stake. See, when you're doing that, nephew, you don't have time for nothing but goodness.
it.
You
See,
understand? You understand?
that's
Evil gonna always be present because you're walking in goodness. You ain't got to worry about defending your. You ain't got to do that. But when you push through that process of that, you gain wisdom. You gain insight.
mhm.
You able to stand 10 toes thorough. And like Kel say, and I yield back to you, nephew, my strength comes from I am telling the truth.
Facts. Don't want to be this guy on the stream. This
Yeah.
guy say
Oh yeah.
he
Oh
said
yeah.
he's suffering.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's suffering. But wait till y'all hear.
Man, we need
This is
to hear.
just a tip of it. Wait till y'all hear him start telling about the type of shit that he did and
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, this
participating.
year. I saw this years ago. Yeah, this man. That's got so many other forces that's against our culture, nephew, our race and ethnicity, and then have your own from within, as he say.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, man, life is already a challenge, man. Y- Once you get that breath, that was the hard part. If once you wake up, and then to get out of here and fight against this world, and then your own, whoa, man.
Right. But they have to, because you know why they have to use someone that looks like us, because if they come into the circle, we're
Come
gonna
on,
be cautious of how we move. We're gonna
come on.
look at what we say. We're gonna look at what we do. We're
Yeah,
gonna oh hold on, man, this motherfucker ain't from around here. You know what I'm saying? But if
right.
he's a brother coming around acting like he just want to be down,
That's it. That's
he already know he got immunity, quote
it.
unquote, because he come from them people. Hey man, you gotta go. You gotta get put. You gotta get put on. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So
There
the
you go. Right,
government already understand that when he's going in to infiltrate this organization, that he's gonna have to do something to get on to
right.
prove that he want to be down. So he
Like J.
already got the green light.
Like J. Rock always say, who sent you?
Right? Who sent you,
Why are you here?
man? What
Mm,
y'all need me to do, man? I just want to be
mm.
down, man.
Did
We need you to
did
go
Pac say
split.
one of his lyrics, nephew? Rest in peace, Tupac Amaru Shakur. Happy birthday in the
Happy
heavens, my
birthday,
brother.
King.
You know what I'm saying? Pac said, you don't have to lie to kick it,
Mm-hmm. But you gotta lie to
to hide your true intention,
you
your true
gotta lie
motive.
to deceive. You ain't gotta
Right,
lie to kick it,
right,
but you
right,
gotta lie to deceive.
right. Yep. Seems like this gonna be a teacher live tonight, nephew.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Now, y'all hearing this, brother? talk about all of the shit that's eating him up as he's talking about his conscience now from all of the things that he's done. Just listen to all of the shit that he's saying. He can't sleep. He can't have a life. He got a daughter. He can't even go around. And then listen to how the FBI treat him. Knowing that this man has a daughter, listen to what he say they do to him.
Trust. I suffer from the fact that a lot of information that I gave out was the undoing of certain groups or certain people. I suffer from the fact that I'm on the run constantly. I have no real life to speak of.
You have no family life, really? You have a wife?
No, I don't have a wife. I do have a child. I can't see her that often. I have to stay away from them because once I come around, the Bureau shows up. And
see how they doing? You see how they doing? He didn't say people that he told don't show up.
Right.
He didn't say that people he done got locked up and sent away show up. He say the Bureau shows up, which makes his daughter, family uncomfortable.
In jeopardy. Yep. Man, we have to do better.
So when they say you sell your soul, you literally what he's explaining what it means to sell your soul.
That's what it looks like, nephew. Exactly. That's what it looks like.
No social life, no wife. You got a daughter, you can't see her because they won't allow it.
And the impact of not having her dad in her life to help her understand how to walk as a lady, how to put up on game about men whose heart not right, and you know how society and man to not have that and woo, that's a deficit, a void that man.
All because this fool done got caught committing a crime. And instead of him going to sit his ass down and do his little time, he chose to cooperate with these people. And his cooperation has cost him his livelihood.
Everything. Just a walking dead man. He just ain't laid down yet.
And I want y'all to understand, like I say, this shit was in 1990s. It's people doing the shit that he's talking about right now today.
It's customary today in the world of Skylight. It's just a regular thing. It's like it's celebrated. Wow.
Me, the motherfucker come around me. I don't know. Come on, let's go get in the pool. I don't know if you got a wire on or what. I'm gonna electrocute your ass.
Yes, sir. Real talk, nephew. Real talk.
I need to check you. Where your paperwork at? I remember you got bumped and was sitting down. You said you had what? You had a half of what? And you out talking to me? Oh shit, my bad, man. We can't even have coffee together.
Nephew, I don't know. You probably do. You remember the couple of lives back that evening, Nisi Mo, sis came on and she said, and JT Crux had stopped her and to go back over what she said about how they study us to tear down, not only just to tear down, to control us and to just like the plantation did, like Willie Lynch said in the letter. But she said also what was most powerful, the second part of that, nephew and chat family, she said, but we study one another to destroy one another.
No, definitely. And that's what you hear he say. The first thing he said was, I feel bad because people trusted me.
That right there.
Hear R. Kelly say the same shit?
I couldn't even get it out of my forehead quick enough, nephew. We on the same.
R. Kelly say the same shit.
Yep.
I need help. What you need help with? I need help to stop forgiving people.
And And that, man, I wish I could have been able to sit down with our brother, man, and say it's not that you need help to forgive because you keep forgiving people to keep hurting you. That ain't the thing. You have to be prudent in how you forgive. And what I mean by that, you can go out and somebody, you go in the store and say, "Hey man, you got some spare change, man? I'm hungry, man. Give me something to eat." Tell you stuff. It was a couple of incidents. One, I said, one particular guy came back out. The spirit said, "Go back out there." Went back to said, "Man, you hungry for real, man?" I said, "Come in here with me, man." And my dude was together. I said, "Come here, man." I said, "Order whatever you want." I said, "He gonna order something, and I'm gonna pay for it, but I want him to order first." He said, I said, "Man, whatever you want, bro. Do whatever you want." Like that. Got him. I made sure he got his food, gave me food. He went outside. I finished ordering. My guy finished ordering. When our food was ready, we left and went back to the flat, my boys that we was kicking it. When I got outside, man, he had almost killed that food. Sit right there.
Wow.
See, an experience teaches you something. Well, you don't turn everybody away, and you can't save everybody, you can't help everybody. But you
Mm-hmm.
should be at a point in your life that you asking God, teach me, show me, give me wisdom so I can discern how you have blessed me. I can't do the world, but I can do a little something in a tangible way. Not looking for nothing in return, just to let you know, thank you for blessing me when you didn't have to do that because I'm undeserving of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's been other situations where I offer the same type of skill, and the person said, "Oh, well, and you just can't give me the money, man."
No.
You follow? You see the difference?
You're right. Because if it's
You got
about
to
the
be,
food, then
ha,
we'll be able to take you inside to get you something to eat.
ha. You know what I mean?
But
It's just like your spending. You got to be real frugal. You just can't be clear. And we all do it. We all human. We all grow to do better. In other words, I'm saying to be better stewards, better managers over what God has blessed us access to, and we have the ability to create and have creativity. You know what I mean? Like God, we can speak those things that we have all of that. We have to learn, do trial and error to do that, and that gives you insightful and wisdom. You know what I mean? So I think Kels, he was on it, but he didn't quite get that part. There's nothing wrong with forgiving someone. In other words, forgive them to the point that it never happened. Because God forgives us and throws us in the depths of the sea. That's a metaphor. Only thing it means is that he don't remember it. He chooses not to remember. God can't never forget nothing. But he chooses not to bring up not like how human beings fail humans doing. We want to keep a list of all your, you know what I mean? You know those people's nephew that died in the sea of forgetfulness,
mm-hmm.
swimming past their stuff that's buried and trying to dig up yours. And now that's why now social media can be real dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's very dangerous. And the enemy will sit back and he can destroy a whole family's legacy just off something that you put up on. And it got to be no fat people ain't trying to affect nothing. My mom used to always say, and I yield back, I'm not talking about the things, nephew, that should be spoken, chat family, especially our lady that's represented, our queen. I'm not talking about those things that you should speak up that hurt you I'm not talking about that. But far as personal stuff and business and affairs of the household, how it's ran and all of that. Not the stuff that, someone touched you or did. I ain't talking about that. That's a whole nother conversation. But don't go out there running your mouth. Go do what I told you to do, and you bring your behind right back here. Don't let me have to call you and look out that window. Please don't let me have to come out there looking for you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Those principles that safeguard our household, our community are gone. You bring it up, man. It's almost like you said some blasphemous, like
Right.
you know what I mean? Because now, if I throw all God's principles or I throw standards and guidelines and procedures and rules like Kel has in his household, if I throw all that out the window, then I'm not accountable for nothing. You can't, man. I'm not accountable. Remember, I don't have no standards, so I can't. But see, life has an amazing way of bringing experience back to your doorstep.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
You do all the dirt you want. You can lie all you want. You can try to think, oh, you got away with a story somebody else. But just like this guy, it'll eat you up on the
Right.
inside.
So more
Now, you
different. So make sure y'all people in the chat. Make sure y'all, if y'all ain't got a piece of paper, I mean, if y'all want to use y'all memory bank, y'all can use that. But you use a piece of paper and just notate. He talk about how he was paid. They keep record of how much they. So if you ever try to come against them and say that you was never a part of this shit, they make sure they keep record. They keep a track record
mm-hmm,
of your participation.
mm-hmm,
So he said they would pay. They paid him on a card. They would take the cash and put it on a card so they could put it on record for IRS audits for his participation. Then he talked about not having no life.
mm-hmm.
Then he no, hold on. First, he talked about how he got paid,
Right,
which he was paid. They take it from cash, they give you a card, and then
right.
they file it. They put it on file. Then he talked about how he received bonuses. Bonuses was received when he was able to give new information that the bureau may not been aware of. So new leads. So every time he came with a new lead, he was receiving a bonus. Okay,
Okay.
that's number two. Number three, he talked about his conscience, not having a life, not having no family, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's continue. So this is when they take you and put you on. This is when they come in and take a black person that looks like you and put them on a hamster wheel. This is what we doing. They put this nigga on a hamster wheel. And I'm finna continue to show y'all how they just use him to study the culture.
Well
The
said, nephew.
rest and
Yeah.
starts. I have very few close personal friends, no one to really confide in. Uh, it's uh, it's like being on the outside of a glass jar and everything is happening inside the jar, but you're on the outside. You can see it happening, but you can't participate.
Why have you decided to talk?
Who would want to live like
Mm-mm-mm. That's torture, man. That's torture to oneself, man. That's torture.
the man say his life? He's an informant. He
Yeah.
said his life feels like he's on the outside of a glass jar and everything is happening inside and he
Woo.
can't participate in it.
Mm-mm-mm.
All because he didn't want to take his lick, though. You got caught committing a crime.
Yeah. Yeah.
You chose to cooperate. So we can't feel sorry for you
Oh
because
no.
of what they had you doing.
Right.
You chose to do it.
Just
You had
another.
an option to either lay down or get
Yep.
down.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Let's continue.
It's like being on the outside of a glass jar and everything is happening inside the jar, but you're on the outside. You can see it happening, but you can't participate.
That's that hamster wheel, right? That hamster get on that goddamn wheel and be running, thinking it's going somewhere to be going no goddamn well. That wheel is spin a million times. That hamster's in the same goddamn same place.
Why have you decided to talk to me?
Uh, for the simple reason, I think this information should be getting out, should be put out to the public. I think not only black people, but everyone should become aware of what your so-called law enforcement agencies do to so-called enforce the law. Because between you, myself, and the audience, I've seen more felons in law enforcement than I have in prison.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. What up, JoJo? What's up, Ashley, DV? What's going on, Darlene? The
Wow.
man say I didn't see more
Wow.
felons in law enforcement than I've actually seen in person.
Woo! Mm-mm.
I've
Wow.
seen more felons in law enforcement, meaning say he's seen more law enforcers commit felony crimes than
Yeah.
he's seen actual citizens commit felony crime.
Whew. Wow. Wow.
Many would say, well, look, you yourself just got through saying that the DLA.
I've seen more felons in law enforcement than I have in prison.
Many would say, well, look, you yourself just got through saying that the DLA was involved in criminal activity. What's wrong with wanting to put them in prison? How would you answer them?
I would answer him this way. First off, we have to understand why they did what they did. But I'm not even gonna go off into that psychological hoo-ha. What I'm gonna say is, when you become just as bad as the people that you go after, then there's nothing gained and a whole lot lost.
Woo! Man, if that ain't Kelly's case, I don't know what is. Woo!
The man
Have mercy.
say
Have
when
mercy.
you become just as
Woo!
bad as the people you are going after.
Woo! Woo! We gotta let that breathe, nephew. Vibe. We gotta let that breathe, nephew. Woo!
You
My God.
become just as bad as the people you are going after.
Mm. Woo, man.
Man,
Chat, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear
I'm
that,
trying
chat?
to tell y'all, this line tonight is gonna
Woo!
educate y'all, and
Yes,
y'all
sir.
gonna hear this shit. This is firsthand knowledge.
Yep. Yep.
This is firsthand
Mm.
knowledge.
I already spoke it in the atmosphere. It's gonna be a teacher live tonight.
This man is breaking it down for the culture. This
Wow.
shit, the oven on preheat right now.
Right.
It's gonna get even hotter.
Right. Right.
I don't know what the fuck we making, but the
Right.
oven on preheat right now.
Ooh, man, we need Derek to get in here. We need Crux to get in here. We need Professor Sir Miguel to get in here, man. We need Lil Mac to get in here. Dean Bella. We need the all heavy hitters to get in here, because this is, woo, man. This now, nephew, when you look at Mr. Kelly's case from 90s, alleged incident, the lawsuit with Miss Hawkins, all the way up to now, and all the shenanigans in this sector of the YouTube street. And now you hear what this brother just said. Wow, that hit different. Woo, that hit different.
I said the man.
Mm.
When I listened to this shit yesterday.
Okay.
When I listened to it yesterday when I was driving, I say, why does this shit feel so relevant?
Yep.
This is in the 90s.
Yep.
It's 2023.
Yep. That's why they don't have no conscious rap no more. That is why. What we talking about tonight, teaching, educating us, giving us the mental tools to how to navigate through all of this stuff that come upon us. Ooh, to try to infiltrate our communities and our households. Woo, and our belief system. That's why I don't like Facebook and all of that. Because you talk this kind of stuff, we do, they'll flag your page. Because they hear the nerve. You speaking truth and goodness. And evil don't like that.
Man.
The evil spirit of the hearts of men and women don't like that when they're giving themselves over to that deception. So you speaking this goodness that we doing and positivity and this good energy you putting out in the that, woo, man, that's a problem. So you can imagine singing a song, Trade in My Life, when prayer changes things. He saved me. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I just spread my wings away from all this mess and this garbage and this evilness. They don't want that out in the world. They do not, nephew, want that out in the world.
No. Man, I mean, as we keep going, you gonna hear. He's
Yeah.
gonna break it down. We talk about everything that we've been JoJo, everybody, everything that we've been talking about. This brother is going to describe how they sit back and study the culture.
Yeah.
All right, let's we done gassed up. What up, Awesome? What up, Barbara? What up, Atlanta? We got the oven on preheat. Let's come on. We finna raise the temperature a little bit. We're gonna raise the temperature a little bit. JoJo, you wanna get in here tonight?
Crack y'all windows. Crack them windows. Put them fans on. About to get hot in here.
This shit hotter than a cast iron skillet on the stove. Goddamn me. You know it take a lot of heat to get a cast iron skillet hot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you can't cook in a cast iron skillet on no fucking electric stove either.
Right.
But you know that. Cast iron skillets ain't for electric stove.
Come on, nephew. Teach us tonight. Teach us tonight. You hit me with that one. I can't even say nothing behind that.
Hey, how you doing today? That's hotter than a fucking cast iron skillet under a goddamn flame, boy. I'm telling you, it was so hot today. Hey, shit.
I'm gonna put that joker in the oven, put that little oil in that joker, put that in bicep in there.
And get what we cooking.
You started something, nephew. You started something.
Hold on. What we cooking in I'm gonna tell you what we cooking. I'm gonna tell you what we cooking in the cast iron skillet today.
Hot water cornbread. Hot water
cornbread, man. Hot water cornbread. We done got the cornmeal batter mixed up, everything all nice and patted out. Oh, just like grandma like it. How you want your light or dark? You know what I'm saying? Mine a little dark. You know,
yes.
Like mine a little dark, yellow in the inside. Dark but yellow in the inside. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all ain't had no real goddamn chicken if y'all ain't got it out the goddamn cast iron skillet. Y'all ain't had no real fish if it ain't came out the cast iron skillet. It's just certain shit about that. It's just something about that cast iron skillet. Boy, look here. Y'all.
You just gave me chills, nephew. You just gave me chills.
I'm just trying to told y'all. I'm just trying to told y'all that the old folks say. I'm just trying to told y'all.
Come on, you southern people in the chat. Y'all better stop. Come on now. Come on, you southern people in the chat. Come on now, y'all.
And then you ever see, boy, I remember my grandma used to make that old 40-weight gravy in that cast iron skillet, boy. Those smothered pork chop.
They clown said smothered cabbage. Don't forget about the doggone corned beef and that smothered cabbage now. Don't you start it, there won't be nothing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How Big Mama say, Big Mama used to say, shut your mouth and keep on talking.
Hey, yes, you can hit a motherfucker with a skillet and they can keep running. Hit a motherfucker behind the head with a cast iron skillet. Shit. All the avalanche.
Right. Y'all cooking with grease tonight.
There he is. I spoke it in the atmosphere. My brother Crooks. Chi-Town Finest. What's up, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, bro? Chi-Town, one love. Peace and blessings, man.
Give us some stuff on your mind now. Drop them down for us, man.
Hey, peace and blessings, everybody in the chat. Hey, man, happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. No, let me stop. But yeah.
Thug Life birthday. The hate today, little interest, everyone. America, this is what you created. Now you have to deal with that which you perpetuated.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes,
Happy birthday, my alter ego.
Yes, sir.
Pac told them people they feel me in the physical form, boy. I'm trying to told y'all something.
They doing the sales crux. When he was out, none of these foolery, none of these jokers open their mouth, none of that. That's a coward, crux. Now my man is locked down for a minute, a political prisoner. Now y'all want to get on and trying to get into all the videos. up there
9
dancing.
shots. 9 shots
You know
cooked.
what I'm saying? All in front of the audience, and you supposed to be on the side somewhere producing or something.
Boy say 5 shot couldn't stop me. I took it and smiled. Look here, man. Look, hey Jeff, tonight we on this video. What we on tonight, bro?
I'm already in tune. I've been watching. I just got situated.
Okay. What you drinking on?
Man, that's crazy, man. I just went and got me a little crown, man, to sip on tonight. You
Oh
know what I'm
man,
saying?
I'm on some
that's nice. I'm good. I'm taking a break.
Casamigo and some
Oh, okay.
goddamn Cayman Jack.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. You sipping nice. I
Ooh.
just grabbed this because I'm still getting over my little cold.
Right.
You know that.
Hey, you should have got you some Kentucky, goddamn Kentucky Deluxe and a peppermint.
Yeah.
Knock that shit right out.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
damn, I'm gonna get that next because
Oh
I've been
yeah.
trying to find the right remedy. You know what I'm saying?
You get you some Kentucky Deluxe or some TW Samuel. Any of that shit like $2 mouthwash shit. Put a couple peppermints in that shit, shake it up good. Drink that shit, get under the cover.
Yeah, sir.
When you wake up.
Okay.
Just like a hot toddy.
Hot toddy. That's it.
Oh yeah. I feel it. I'm 90%, you know. So I'm almost there. So that probably be my little thing for the mind and knock it on out.
Now stop vitamin C. Crux stop take. I don't know if orange juice or pineapple juice, whichever one is good for you. I can't drink orange juice, but I can drink pineapple juice. Build that vitamin C up for your system so your resistance start fighting back. That's why I keep me herbal pills on Crux that blood purifiers. So when the toxic, cold, and anything get in our bloodstream, it's already there. We're feeling our queasy, all that stuff be going on. So what I always recommend people to do, start eating like you're a vegan when you eat from your stomach. Because what you're doing is you helping the body do what God designed for it to do. Fight itself and heal itself. But if we eating garbage like red meat, fried food, processed food, them sugars, all the greasy stuff, dairy, all that stuff, then you got mucus and inflammation, which is why we feel the way we do. So if you put natural stuff like fruits, for instance, fruit is designed to actually clean the garbage and the toxin out of your system. So you can eat like blueberries,
them citrus fruits.
Yeah, you know, you got to stay away. That citrus stuff. You know stay away from that. And so what you're doing is you aiding the body to do what it was naturally designed to do, heal itself.
Absolutely.
And you'll see your resistance start building and building and building and building and building. You know what I mean? That's why our grandmama gave us that castor oil, and she would give us some green vegetables, and she wasn't really putting no meat in nothing. We was going through that. You know what I mean? Because she was that our body healed it, do what it's supposed to do, heal itself, flush out everything. You know, keep your water intake up. You know what I mean? You know, just stuff that Big Mama taught us, man. But we got too big for our britches, so we think we know best now.
Right? Yeah. It's funny that you said that because I have went and I go like periodically. I go by my mom's house and spend a night. I went over there last night, and she made some cabbage. She was like, I made you some cabbage. And I'm like, cabbage? I'm like, okay. That right there should get some good vegetables in. You know what I'm saying? Had a little slight baked chicken wings. You know, I felt like a good home cooked meal, you know what I'm saying, for moms always help out.
So you be grilling?
Yeah, man. I gotta give me
next time you grill, go to the store, buy you a head of cabbage.
Okay.
Bust it down. Put it in some foil. Season it up. Put your bell peppers and different shit on. Different shit on.
Okay.
Ball it up in that foil. Ball up in that foil. Just sit it on there, and just let it sit on there the whole time you grilling. And when you get done grilling, by the time you get done grilling, depending on how much you got to grill, when you open that goddamn foil, I tell you,
Mm.
Hey, down here,
That's
my people, they cook greens on the grill. They cook shit, man. They smoke all type of shit, bro.
Yeah, put that
oh
powder.
man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mm. Go
Y'all know
ahead.
y'all down south, man. Y'all be cooking y'all ass off, 'cause, man.
I'm listening to him, Crunk. I'm listening to him. I'm listening to him. Put that game down.
Yeah.
You know
I ain't
me,
never thought of that.
I'm a taste tester, so shit. I
Oh
just,
wow.
I sit back until the shit done, taste shit, see if it got enough taste to it.
Mm.
My dad, my dad. I'll tell y'all, man, my dad. Now I grew up around nothing but women cooking, but I never until I lived with my dad. My granddad was a smoker. My
Okay.
granddad had 3-4 smoker, king size smokers. I'm talking about with
Mm.
3 doors on these. He had smokers with 3 doors on these motherfuckers with cartridges
Wow.
on the back that he hauled around. That's what he
Wow.
thought he was smoking. But my dad, when he talking about that kitchen, boy, look here. Man, we got the oven is on goddamn 250. We gotta get the roll.
Ah,
Yeah, we gotta tighten up these informants that we talking about that. Man,
yeah.
did y'all get a chance? I sent you something via on this topic not too long ago. It was called the FBI black the Black Ghetto FBI Informant Program.
Mm.
Mm,
It was a real thing, like, and this was back even before this dude. This was back in like the civil rights movement, where it was an actual program that they had informants to infiltrate black culture in the urban communities, and
right.
Mm.
it was it was hundreds of thousands of, like, it wasn't like no one or two. It was a lot of them.
Right.
We be around people that work with these people, and you would never know it.
You
You know
never
what I'm
know.
saying?
But
You
he the
would never.
first one. I don't say he the first one, but the way that he exposed this shit and the shit like he's telling like these motherfuckers are more of federal felon. They done committed more felony offenses than the people that they going after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he gonna tell you as this thing continue. Judah, I told you send me your number and an email. When we having serious live like this, I don't like to put my link in the chat
Right.
because the
Right.
bullshit come in.
Right.
So
Right.
if
Yep.
you can, just email me your number and I can send you the link to you. Or just shoot me an email and I'll send you the link. But we have to do it to where we don't invite the bullshit in here.
Yeah. Because they always lurking. They always lurking in that wet brain. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was taught young. You know what I'm saying? Like, to how to handle the police, and how to deal with them accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And how to deal with people that I suspect to be working with them people. And and when you see people like that, the worst thing to do is let them know that you know. You know what I'm saying?
I was just saying it earlier.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you have a suspicion, like
Mm.
what this dude talking about, it's like those who may go in that direction. Look how they, like y'all was saying, how they treat this brother. They, once they use you up, they disposal of you. You know what I'm
That's it.
saying?
You no more good.
You no
'Cause
more good, so they let throw you to the wolves.
even them that use you as a pawn for a plot against someone's demise, they don't have no respect for you.
At
They
all.
res- they respect a person.
You
Say,
finna
man,
hear you finna
I
hear
don't.
the shit this dude when you hear the shit this dude break down, we already heard the man say he don't even have a fucking social life at all. No friends, no wife. He has a daughter. He can't even see his daughter because every time he go around his daughter, the fucking FBI shows
Interfere.
up.
Yeah, man, I couldn't live like that, man. I'm sorry. I just couldn't live like that. I couldn't live like that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Hmm.
You
Then he
know.
said his conscience is eating at him because so many people trusted him with information, and he gave that information away to he gave that information to the FBI that the FBI used to take these people down that he was in contact with. But we finna get to rolling. We got this motherfucking heat on 250 right now, and we finna get rolling and see and let him articulate it some more. And when we stop it, Sir Miguel, we want you to come in when we listen to his next. Uh,
Spoke it, see?
so let's get the rolling. Let's get the rolling.
I call y'all out by name, boy. Y'all coming in.
First off, we have to understand why they did what they did. But I'm not even gonna go off into that psychological hoo-ha. What I'm gonna say is, when you become just as bad as the people that you go after, then there's nothing gained and a whole lot lost.
You also were active in the infiltration of many cultural groups. Before we go into that step by step, how much research and study did the FBI engage in of Black culture in the late 60s?
A great amount.
Give me an idea.
From the thing is, I can. They have a file on every type of magazine that blacks read. They have a file on the music, dance, theater, actors, comedians. I can. They have a file on every type of magazine that blacks read. They have a file on the music, dance, theater, actors, comedians, you name it, man.
And they would actually study these
different. Oh yes, definitely.
What would they?
Did y'all hear what I just heard?
Yes, that's why I've been talking the way I've been talking. Sir McGee, all of us. I'm telling you. Ooh. And wonder why I killed it. Oh man. That man asking him that question sounds just like that DJ that's been exploiting our culture, Coach.
Yeah. And it's way more advanced. Sit in smoke filled rooms and just sit there and listen and study, and they formulate different strategies to use against us. You know what I'm saying? They know how to use to create different trigger words, different situations to get reactions, and they got all this data that they collect, and then they go and then they come up with different agendas to use to attack the counterculture us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, did you hear this man say they study every magazine?
Yep.
Artist, rapper, actor, comedian.
Yeah. See, they not only do that, y'all, Professor Miguel, they do that, and that's how they be implementing these laws. They make it up as they go for us. For us.
And see, here's another thing that people don't realize. In the 70s, they was watching Bill Cosby, FBI, Nixon. Hoover pretty much told you what they were really doing. But this shouldn't shock anybody at the end of the day, and I'll tell you why. If you go back into slavery, who was always telling on the slaves when they was getting ready to escape? It was one of our own.
The house.
Right? So you fast forward, come down to the civil rights movement, you come down to the Vietnam War, the Black Panthers, all this other kind of stuff. As J. Edgar Hoover said, you let these people come together and they get a black messiah.
Yep.
You did? Because you got to think about it. With the economic power that we actually have and the $1 trillion that we spend, we're actually a third world country or a country of our own.
Miguel, you about to teach us, Professor. You about to teach us tonight.
So when you counteract that, you study the dance moves, you study the magazines, you study the phone calls, You study the way the hat is tilted either to the right or to the left. You
Yeah.
study how the tie is put on. You study
Yeah.
whether it's a bow tie, whether it's silk,
Mm,
wool, the type
mm,
of pants, the
mm,
suspenders, the coat, the shoes, the language, the cigarette, the cigar, the ring, whether it's on the pinky finger, on the right or the left.
mm.
Last thing, Congress also use psychologists to help pass laws. Basically, what they do is they study human behavior.
Yep. Yep. Bingo.
Yep.
Bingo. Bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's class
I,
tonight. It's
I
class.
don't be talking like I do because I like to hear my doctor self talk.
Man, I love it.
And we
It's
got to
class
come this
tonight.
way and speak the way we do because
What's
it's
up,
time for us to
RPG?
wake up. We've been asleep too
Mhm.
long, Professor Miguel.
Oh, and forgive me, gentlemen. I'm sorry. I didn't
You,
say good evening,
yeah.
Big Bye, Jeff
Man,
Taylor, Brother Muse.
the
I
kitchen is hot.
appreciate y'all having me on the panel tonight. But
Nephew got that oven right.
Yes,
We
you
sir.
know what I
on
Peace
we
and
mean?
we on
blessings,
we
bro.
on 250. We going up to 275. We going up to 275, but we gonna turn this tonight live
Epic.
for the people who. I mean, I can't. I want to take my hat off to the people that come over here because a lot of the people that be over here is very conscious about what's going on. See, right here, we just tying the shit all together because this is firsthand. We speak on it, but we getting it from a actual worker of
Right, right.
the FBI. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah, I
federal,
saw this years ago. I saw this years ago
the
when we did this.
FBI.
Hmm. Yes,
They
sir.
say
Sure
it's the
did.
Federal Bureau of Investigators, but no, it's the Federal Black Investigators. This is what they are.
Hmm.
And you know what's sad about this too?
What's that?
When they get them brothers in that room, they sell them a
Mm,
bill of goods to make
mm,
them feel like the FBI is gonna take care of them when it's all over.
Mr.
Hmm.
Kelly,
And
yeah.
these
Mr.
dudes fall for it. Why? Because they think they're gonna have a piece of the so-called American pie that they presented to them, and guess what? They ain't putting nothing but shit in the pan and cover it with whipped cream and throw it in their face when they're
Mm,
done with it.
you
Oh,
see what they did? You
you
see what
gonna
they
hear?
did?
I mean,
And the
y'all
Kelly
done
face?
already heard it. Y'all done
Yeah.
already heard this. So
Mm,
when
ha,
we get to the end of this shit, this man, I mean, we just gonna get to the end of it. So I don't know if for the people who haven't saw it, just listen to this man' life and how he
The,
tell y'all how he just went from sugar to shit.
mm,
the spook who sat by the door.
mm,
Salt
mm.
and sugar look alike, but they taste totally different.
I'm gonna bring up a movie, and it's been some time since I saw it. Cicely Tyson, Lawrence Fishburne
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
got the other brother, man,
Um,
hanging up in the alley. They wind up hanging up. Renowned brother, been in the game a long time. I cannot.
damn.
Oh, brother,
Hold
but
on.
Harlem something, Hoodlums.
Yes, Hoodlums. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Tyson was like a
She was like
boss.
the she was a queen
Yeah,
boss.
yeah, Queen boss. And the guy, what's the
P.
guy
Glenn
name?
in the house. What up, P. Glenn?
The guy that played in Sugar Hill, they father. I believe that was him. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What? I forgot his name. He the one to play. He the one to play Eddie Kane. Him and
Play
uh
like this.
Wesley Snipes. Wesley
I
Snipes.
wish
Wesley
rain
Snipes.
will
So the
fall.
guy that played their father. He was the one that was on the other side, and he wound up joining Cicely Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
He came over there and he come upstairs or something. He was back, something he was doing like that and helping the man, as they say. And I think Lawrence like stepped to him or something like that. He said, watch what he was doing, how he was doing. He said, man, how do you sleep at night? And
Mm-hmm.
he looked Lawrence in his face and said, what makes you think I sleep at all?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
In other words, ain't like this
Wow.
man, it's eating them up from the inside. There's no rest on that pillow when they lay down. Those individuals that plotted against Mr. Kelly, the king of R&B,
No
They
dirt.
eat from the inside out, and it's showing. I've heard some of them homeless. They trying to ask for a bag. They trying to get this and that. They hurting out there, Miguel. Crux.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna keep
Yeah.
hurting.
Mama come knocked on that door.
They gonna keep hurting.
Huh.
What up, Judah? What up with it, Judah? We gonna move ahead in the video.
Yeah, I yield back. I
Uh,
yield back. Let me slow it down. Let me slow it
Judah,
down. Let me go back.
well, we gonna go a little further in the video. And brother Judah, I want to hear your take and your thoughts on when we pause. So I try to pause it in
I
each
remember
scenario.
I remember listening to this a long time ago.
Most
I
definitely.
remember about them sending in informants and people what you call it, get-togethers, like Dr. Griff, Professor Griff. They had agents sitting up in his seminars. Umar
Mm-hmm.
Johnson, they had agents sitting up in his speeches, and it's like down to Dick Gregory. They got all these agents sitting in their congregation, going back telling the FBI or the government on what was said, what they're talking about, what's our every movement. I mean, it's just crazy. They just always gotta worry about us, and we at the bottom, but y'all worried about us for what?
Now, see, that's what they want us to think. They will see. I'm gonna say this before I press play. See, they want us to think that we at the bottom because long
Right.
as we
Well,
keep thinking that we at the bottom, then they
mhm.
are achieving their mission. They know
Right,
that
right,
we are at the top, but they don't want us to even think and realize that we are at the top and they are
right,
truly at the bottom. See, this
Mm-mm.
shit is really reverse psychology, man.
right,
Mm-hmm.
Bingo.
This
Bingo.
whole
right.
fucking world is an illusion,
Yep.
and it's to keep
Yeah,
us thinking that we are the least when we
yeah,
are the most.
Yeah. Who created the peanut butter? Who created the stop sign? Should I
yeah.
go on? Should I go on and on?
But look at it. Y'all heard of Dane Calloway, right?
That's my guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Yeah,
guy.
Sir.
I look at his videos, and
Oh,
I
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
followed
I know
Dan
that.
Calloway for 15 years, man.
wow,
Mm-hmm.
we had banks. I said, how? Because some of us was in slavery,
Why you think
but that
Dr. King
slavery,
said what he said?
yeah, yeah. Those was our plantations. Those was our cotton fields. That wasn't there. That was ours.
How the fuck I mean, they didn't even know how to work. They can't even be exposed to the sun no more than an hour at a
Exactly,
time.
exactly.
And what that tells you is, and when you think about it, it's
Tell the truth
reversed.
and shame the devil. Fuck the
Yeah,
devil.
yeah.
Think about this. I said this a long time ago. We had we we had the power. They came from us, flipped it, and now they're us and we're them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They come from us, but they flipped the game.
Mm, yep. Why you think they
And
always want us to donate blood?
that there it is.
See, them Europeans were taught business.
Mm-hmm.
Blacks was taught work ethics.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They came over here with the business
Right.
plan, and all we knew was work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's the
Wow.
same simple, small word. Sharecropper
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
was the
Right.
worst thing ever happened to our people. We got into a goddamn dice game with some motherfuckers who had loaded dice.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I Harlem Nights. I Benny on the crap table.
Come on,
Harlem Nights.
Sticks, with your funk ass.
Yep.
Baby need shoes.
You know I can call the bank before they hit the table.
And you need to
Listen,
get them goddamn, you need to get your goddamn teeth fixed.
when they say we come here to live the American dream, who is the American dream?
Shit.
We
Hey,
are.
what's that
We
line
the
of pocket
dream.
song? A Lady Liberty ain't never did a damn thing for me but lied about my history. Lied to
Yeah.
me about my history.
And that
Yeah. Lady,
motherfucker travel,
listen.
she done did more traveling than I never did in my life.
Yeah.
I used to fucking sell a statue.
When you yeah, they didn't we didn't know the history of that, Miguel. You help us out. The ankles. Who
Mm-hmm.
man, let me just yield back. This kitchen is hot. Let me open up these windows, boy.
Right. Right. Let's get. We got 22 minutes of video. We gonna have to get some ground cover because it's 8:47. I'm gonna stay on at 10 o'clock. I gotta work in the morning. But
Oh,
hey,
okay. Oh, wow. I thought
let's
you was off. Come on.
now they weak ass gonna ask me did I want some overtime today because I put in my 2 week notice. I say yeah, I'll take the overtime. I'm still leaving in 2 weeks.
No shit. You found
Wow.
something better?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
oh yeah.
Right on. Right
Hey,
on.
yesterday
Congratulations, brother.
somebody brought up Marcus Singer, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Havelock Ellis had their affair, and they changed the name from what it originally was to Planned Parenthood to mask the abortion agenda that they had. And she
Mm-hmm.
said in one of her quotes, and you can see if I pull this up on YouTube, how we was considered, in her own words, the drags and the weeds of society that needed to be
Mm-hmm.
exterminated.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, she said it. Yep.
She was
But
Bill
with,
you
Gates.
gotta look at this shit though.
I ain't talking about the
Bill
person.
Gates.
A lot of people in different cultures with goodness in their heart is doing that. But it's a spirit that we must address.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Kale, like Kale said, that's what the devil wants. These people they want to cause confusion. He said that's what you want to cause confusion. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's it's the spirit you got to address and people. You know what I mean? And not attack the culture as a whole. I hear back on that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Nanny McPhee. Y'all remember that movie, that kid movie?
And
Nanny
it's
McPhee. It's a
sound
lady that,
familiar.
yeah, that movie based on Margaret Singer. They had her dressed up like her and everything. I said, oh, wow. And I told my mother that. I said, that lady looked familiar. And I put two and two together a couple of years ago. And I said, oh, that's the Nanny McPhee. They got her dressed up like
Mm.
Margaret Singer. Because she come there to watch the kids and just I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like,
Now I
wow,
remember. Yeah.
that's
Now I
some
remember. Yes, yeah.
crazy stuff, man.
You're absolutely right. Yep. It's some matter of fact. It's on Netflix, I believe.
Yeah.
They didn't goddamn hella killer the goddamn black culture.
Yeah.
But see, Big Boy, that tells you how powerful we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you think about the number of black folks that live that's on this continent right now, we are bigger than all the armies put together under the United States, all put together, larger than them.
Yeah.
That should tell you something.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want us to unify. They'll go to the ends of the earth to
Bingo,
keep us at odds with each other.
They would
jackpot,
destroy this world before giving it back to us.
jackpot.
Yes. Yep. Even with the Katrina situation, that was done on purpose.
Yeah. Any street organization, for the most part that I know about, it was always one of the head rules was to move in silence for
Mm-hmm.
situations like
Hmm.
this. But see, when you have informants and you have distractors, you have
Mm-hmm.
people that are put in place also to just cause distraction and confusion.
Come
Yeah.
on,
You know
come
what
on,
I'm saying?
come on,
Yeah.
JB.
I.e. Ferguson.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So they
See,
put them they put them white people on the front lines to act like they with us. No, them cats out there be earning college credits and shit, and they get a little pocket change. They be out there
Mm-hmm.
acting like they with us, but they acting against us.
Yep.
yeah,
Hmm. Damn. It's sad all across the board, man.
we add the flavor to this world. We add,
Hmm.
you know, we influence every aspect of American culture and worldwide. Actually, you got
Yeah.
Exactly.
we could just look at our music. You know what I'm saying? And see how hip hop is only 50 years old, but it is the most, it's the youngest genre of music, but it's the most influential. You got children in China trying to emulate black culture in America and
Yeah.
in other cultures of the world. They understand the influence that we have just by being us. So of course they're going to study us and try to capitalize off of our culture because they don't want they want us to do us, but at the same time they want to capitalize off of it so they can control it. They can
Yeah.
control the narrative that's being promoted.
Yeah.
Now,
They
let me
will
say
have
this.
to work twice as hard.
Let me
Yep.
let me add this one thing in there about China. I got it on video. I gotta find it. They're teaching their kids about life, mathematics, science. They don't even allow them to use TikTok. Remember that.
Mm.
Mm.
See,
Hmm.
Yeah.
they ain't trying to be famous. They're trying to be conquerors. Think about it.
Yeah.
They're already down in Jamaica building roads and all kinds of shit.
Mm.
Hmm.
They already buying up a lot of land in Oklahoma, uh, uh, Louisiana, all kinds of shit. Bill
Mm.
Gates. See, so when you're watching the movement, then you think about the farmers and all this other kind of stuff. Why are you taking them out the equation? You're not giving them money to build up their shit, but y'all want to come in and let
Mm.
these other cats buy up their shit.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all capitalism, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Like, hey, Miguel, my Professor Miguel, you
Yes, sir.
remember that they show with Pac when he had the overalls on, the
Mm-hmm.
choo the choo stripes overall, and you remember Crux how he used to wear their hat in the back, and at the tip of it they had
Mm-hmm.
tied it a thing around it like the knot, you know what I mean, and they let it hang in the back like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He was talking. I don't know if it was some convention or something he was speaking, and he said we are still NIWGA to them until we own some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How you gonna be
What?
a man in someone's house you don't own? You know what I mean? And he was breaking down that thing. My point to
Mm-hmm.
that my point is that when you speaking like that, and then you begin to organize around that awakening change and
Mm-hmm.
awaken people out of their sleep and they slumber that they didn't know what they was in, them people got a bullet waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not always a bullet in the chamber of a gun. You
Hmm.
Right.
follow me? You can get in the business and make all the money, the millions and all you want to. But until you sitting at the table where you make laws that, like I said in that 24-hour live part four, govern.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't got no to do that, you know what I mean? That's why when you vote for a president, you're not voting for nobody because the
Exactly.
president don't run nothing. What
Hmm.
do I
Jesus.
what do I mean by that? All right, now the president is in the position of power. Am I right, Professor Miguel? Am I
Uh,
right?
yeah, per se.
Just go with me. Just go with it. The
All right.
position,
Yeah.
the position.
Yeah.
Forget about the individual. What their
Yeah.
agenda is, left, right. Who cares about all that? All that stuff is the same. That don't matter. So he's in a position of power of the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
He has allies. He's able to meet and greet from foreign countries and all of that. But listen, the power that, ooh, man, we're going to be a cold live tonight. The power that surrounds power is always the real power.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
power that surrounds power is the real power
Mm-hmm.
until you force their hand to use their bully pulpit, meaning their particular position. And that's why Pop coined the phrase thug life as an acronym and put down the street code of how to govern in the street, how we supposed to move. All of that organized around change like that. They don't want that. So now I
Yeah.
know between when you come to the microphone, then when so and so coming to the microphone, because you talking about a movement, you talking about an awakening, a revolution, and that's why he said in that prison interview, and I year back on that. And you wonder why niggas fall back and live a negative lifestyle because to them it's safer. Because you get take out when you step up like that, and then when we do, y'all don't support us,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
y'all don't back us. Who don't join forces together? It's like we left out here. I'm paraphrasing like we left out here to scramble, and then I got to not only fight from attack from without coming infiltrate the community. Now I got to look at those individuals that can be bought because they don't walk with no integrity. They don't have no moral compass. They don't have no standards. They can be easily
Yeah.
bought. They not standing 10 toes thorough and solid. Now I got to worry about within my own community. Wow.
Hmm.
So now I can understand if we tie it back in, man, that's some stuff, man, we're going to hear a whole lot, man, that we even heard. I don't think we even heard the tip of the iceberg, what this man had to deal with.
Mm.
And to not throw nobody under the bus, ain't have to go snitch and squeal and tell on nobody like that. Had to do none of that and can take all the attack across the four corners of the globe
Man, that's a strong
from,
brother.
from your own community. And then all social media outlets, all journalists and all news media, and all in your same colleagues within your doggone music profession. And all of them throw you on the thing. You can stand solid and still have your right mind and still walk with integrity. My God.
Man.
Yep. Yep.
You see my avatar, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed you had changed it.
Yeah, because I came up with it a couple years ago,
Okay.
and my mentality was I'm not surrendering to the bullshit. I'm not surrendering. I'm taking these cuffs off. We got to take the cuffs off our minds. We got to take the cuffs off our heart. We got to
Yeah.
take the cuffs off the way we think. We can't surrender to their bullshit because as long as we surrender to them, they got us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
We ain't surrendering to nothing because you
That's
either
why.
gonna stand for something or you gonna fall for anything.
That's why,
And
Miguel. I like that scripture that says, um, we fight not against flesh and blood,
mhm,
Right. Principalities,
mhm.
darkness, and rulers.
and high and wickedness in high places in the earth.
Yeah.
And let me ask this, and I say this,
That's a
and I
whole
said
other
this.
fight. That's a whole nother battle. And Kel said, you don't know, you can't comprehend that until you got to be the soldier in the midst of the war to even
Mhm.
understand that.
And
So
look,
that's
Mm-hmm.
what all the people said. Why he didn't say this earlier? He should have said this. He had this around here. He had it. Shut up, like he said in this song. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't
and look, and he
got to be
also said,
in the midst of all of that state, like Boosie said, hypnotized you. Do you know what it takes when you hypnotize a person? A person looking in the spiritual system, not in the natural now.
mhm,
When you hypnotize within your spirit person with hatred and jealousy and envy toward your fellow human family member, oh man, how you gonna fight that? You can't fight that with no likes and no views. You got to speak the unadulterated word of truth,
mhm.
no matter what.
See, brother Muse, you just said something. Speaking the word of truth. See, even Jesus did the same thing, and he didn't even speak bad on his own enemy because he knew he had to bear his own cross and the will of the Father in order for people to see who he really was. Everybody didn't get the memo, but those who did, they understood the assignment. See, a lot of people don't want to do the assignment They want to be spoon fed and not put in the work.
Oh, back up and say that again.
You have to die within yourself. The carnal man has to die to understand what the spiritual assignment is.
Bingo.
But as
Bingo.
long as you're doing it in the carnal way,
That's it.
you'll never get the assignment because you don't have the pen to write the vision and make it plain.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
So you have to get out of your own way.
Anybody laying in the bushes, come out the bushes and hit that like button. Y'all getting some game from all of these teachers on this platform, on this panel tonight.
Man, stop playing with yourself and hit that like button.
That like button, man. We giving some game away. We giving some game away.
Yeah, you just said.
We giving to the
That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. That's the problem with the world today. The shit that we giving away for free, they don't want it. They want the shit they gotta pay for. That ain't gonna even have no value to. They paying for shit with no value. Make that
come on, nephew.
Jeff just said a word. He said, "Y'all playing." See, everybody want to play with the devil, but don't really want to play with the truth that will set you free.
Man,
exactly.
The revolution will be televised. You remember? At least that's what I was talking about. So they making sure they got the newest flat screen TV, but ain't shit showing on it.
You did.
They still that makes sense.
There you go. I was talking about this earlier today.
These are
with
jewels.
the technology, but the technology ain't teaching you shit. It's rocking you to sleep. Like you're a 40, 30, you're a 20, 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old baby. The technology is rocking you to sleep.
That's it. That's it. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. A lot of people living under cardboard boxes. And you think it's homeless people outside? You homeless in your mind.
Yeah.
Let's listen to this fool a little bit more. Get the people the shit. Since we ain't no informants, we gonna introduce y'all to our informant brother right here.
Big Boy, we are informants. They just don't see it. The real informants.
We informing. we pro-forming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We cooking with some hot grease tonight.
Like I told Anita Baker, shit, ain't nobody come here to see you, Otis. You know? That's what she told Babyface. Ain't nobody come here to see you. I'm lying.
That Casamigos over there working.
Oh boy.
I see Babyface respect Anita. I'm gonna respect you. Just walk away. I told you I never keep a secret. Never keep a secret. I'm gonna tell it.
Not like this.
Ding. Got tickets to the show. Last year, nigga.
How do it feel to be me?
Got the brand new Mickey outside, paid for cash.
Oh man.
Let me go, man. Let me go. Let me put the car in drive. We've been sitting in neutral. Teacher John in this motherfucker.
Yes, sir. You remember that? Joint?
They thought they were rolling them motherfuckers on the sidewalk park, man. Watch out for that car, dude.
Man, that's classic, nephew. That's classic. Ooh,
man, I was almost late to the show, bro. I got to watch it. Walker Texas Ranger in that motherfucker. Boy, I didn't even want to get up.
That's one of my favorite shows.
I'm gonna watch Heat of the Night.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna watch Dukes of Hazzard. That was the most racist show ever, man. But I
Yeah.
love that motherfucker Duke
Yeah.
fan.
Yep.
Rocco
Yep.
Pico thing.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize that it was a racist show until I was grown. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it
Exactly.
as a kid all my life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't wait to see Daisy and them Dukes, boy.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
See, Doug, let me here, I gotta go here. Okay. All right.
Magazine. The blacks read. They have a file on the music, dance, theater, actors, comedians, you name it, man.
And they would actually study these
Oh
different.
yes, oh yes, definitely.
What would they do with music?
To understand the people, you have to understand the culture. To infiltrate, you have to understand. You had a lot of so-called white liberals that were infiltrating the so-called black groups using the information that they had gathered from the studies of blacks.
You mean just to understand the behavior pattern of our people?
Oh yeah, I can. Will Heaton could name out some jams of Miles Davis that I hadn't even heard of. He could name off some books that I hadn't even read pertaining to black culture.
Did you ever see agents actually studying the
yes.
music of?
Yes. I've seen them going over even video portion of cultural events. The understanding, like when, okay, you have an organization like Leroy Jones Black House. You remember that? Okay, Leroy Jones's place, which was done on the thing of tribalism. That's where I first heard the word Kintu, Mantu, Huntu, Hintu. These words of the African continuum. I learned that from an agent. He ran it down to me. They make in-depth studies of the personalities of the people they're dealing with too, culturally. It always helps it's a thing of you can take their culture and use it against them.
How large would you say an extensive collection on our culture would you say the FBI has? Would you rate it as large as a particular library, like the Schomburg Library in Harlem? Or...
I would rate it better. And the fact is that they go into details that we probably would overlook. Will Heaton used to meet me in different places. Will Heaton, that was one of my supervising agents. There is a certain bar in the Los Angeles area where people into black cultural things met, and Will Heaton used to meet me there. And he would go into very long and tiring conversations with some very articulate brothers about culture, African culture, and Afro-American culture.
Tell me about some of the cultural organizations that you infiltrated and what you did.
TASLA, Mafunde, Watts Writers Workshop, which they have.
The Watts Writers Workshop?
Yes. Watts Writers Workshop, which was one of the oldest established black writers workshop.
That place was burned down.
Yeah. The Bureau had it burnt down.
How do you know that?
I know because I participated. I did the arson.
You burned down the Watts Writers?
The Watts Writers Workshop was burned down by this brother. They study.
Yeah. And that's why we need to ban that DJ that's been exploiting our culture, because he sounds just like this guy that's asking the question.
And you see when the man say he burned down the Watts Writers Workshop, how he zoomed in the camera right through his mouth.
Yep.
I mean, to understand the level of fascination with us as a people, they were always fascinated
Mm-hmm.
to the
That's
fact
it.
that they would study us in such great detail,
Mm-hmm.
even on the shores of Africa.
Right.
You know, when you read um, old ancient, textbooks, and when you look how they cause see, we would never have been enslaved in Africa if they didn't infiltrate certain fractions of different tribes
Right.
to turn over different people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what
Look
I'm
what they.
saying? So they've been, since they came in contact with us, they've been fascinated with us, studied us, infiltrated our culture, and used us against us. Okay, if you if we give you this, what can you give us? That's been the beginning since the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you got Negroes like this that fall for it and sell out.
Yeah.
Which he didn't fall for it. The nigga didn't want to take his time.
Right.
Right.
Most informants got caught committing a crime and didn't want to do their time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Just
it
like in
ain't
this.
like they came up to this motherfucker and just offered him a job. He did something to get a job off.
But
Right.
just see,
Your
it's
your
bigger.
crime, your crime is your application.
Yeah, see, I get that with him. But see, he's symbolic of the totality of it. Because if we go back throughout history, it wasn't no crime on the shores of Africa that was committed for them to, you know what I'm saying? It was an offer. I can provide you with this if you give me that. Oh, I get you, man. People was turning over their family members, their mothers and their brothers and their sisters, and their uncles and their fathers to retrieve something in return. And it's something within us that we need to check that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something within us that we need to check. That nobody could come in and have you try, you know, flip on your brother. You know what I'm saying? For any type of monetary gain. We see it in the industry every day. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
this guy, he got caught in a jam and he was a sucker. You know what I'm saying? But that's not always the case. That's one aspect of it. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I concur.
But it's layers to this thing. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about being in a position to be able to be infiltrated, it's different scenarios that people fall for. And the enemy is very cunning and very slick and very calculated. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, a lot of our people lack a moral compass and integrity.
I
All
said.
money ain't good money. That's what we need to tell our children.
Yep. That's what I've been saying for the longest. Yep.
Yeah, you get your money. I ain't saying don't get no money. We need money to live and get a lot of it. But if it compromises your integrity,
That's
it's
it.
not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at the money. Why was the money implemented into the world? The money was implemented to control. We didn't got in fact if we I mean the world has got fascinated with the money and we have lost our way.
Yeah,
According to God, we should be able to survive on this planet with not a quarter, not a
Yeah.
dime.
but what
Yeah.
the book say, bro? For the love of money
But for the love of money,
Yeah.
is the
and
root of
all the
all evil.
material, the
Brutal.
world has become so materialized that
Yeah.
the closest we can get to God is going back to the original form. But we can't go back to the original form because we've been raised to live a certain way.
Uh,
That's why you hear what it's a reason why Dr. Sebi wasn't no terrorist. This man wasn't no drug dealer. He wasn't no gang member. None of that shit. But he talked about the original form. Put in back into your body what was made of your body.
yeah.
These people have told y'all so much. None of this is. Oh, you got cancer. Oh, you got this. You got that. Oh, look, go and eat this plant. Go and eat this plant. Go here.
Yeah, yeah. People to take, you get take out.
They just
Man,
showed us how powerful this brother was showing. They told his brother when he went to his trial, you got to bring at least 10 patients in here that you then heal with proof. They say Dr. Seaver had 100 in there.
Yep.
And we talk about Supreme Court.
mm, mm,
Nobody
Mm.
had never done it. Nobody had never beat the Supreme Court.
mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
How
good.
are our people? We have the ability to overpower this whole shit, but it start with it's the self. But we can't detach the material shit because I'm guilty of it. Hell yeah, I like my house. Could I survive outside? Probably not long. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you see that they are study trying to discover how to live. They know naturally that we as black people we can live a lot longer than them if if that time came when the home was no longer the shelter no more. Now you see them got the shows they be putting out when they put the people out in the wild and see can they survive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you see niggas on there?
Huh. That part right there.
This is they study. This is they study.
What was
But
that movie?
these
I
people so
I we
stupid.
played in when they was hunting. They was hunting him in the woods.
Yeah.
What you call it?
Game something.
I know. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah.
That's what made me think when Big Bob was talking.
But then they send the white people out there in the woods. Them motherfuckers go out there eating bugs and shit. All these trees, all this grass.
Right. All them plants and them.
All the plants out here.
Yeah.
They want to go out there and eat a cockroach.
There you go.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. These people
Yeah.
retarded, bro. These people retarded, man. And back in the day, you used to, I mean, even when you try to send your kids to boys and girls, the Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, to learn how to survive in the wilderness, shit, the leaders of the goddamn organization touching on the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But like the Bible, the Bible say, my granddad say, shit, I can give you this fish, you'll eat for the day. But if I teach you how to fish, you'll eat for a lifetime. I killed my first hog when I was probably about 11 or 12. You know, cleaned it, boiled it, skinned it, gutted it, processed it, everything. You know, my granddad, he taught me about them hands. He said, long as your hands work, you should never go without.
That's right.
You got hands and you can use your hands and you can be mobile. That means on your feet. You should
How my
never.
elders taught me, Miguel, a man that know how to do many things with his hands and never be broke.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's what my grandfather told me.
Yeah, yeah. But the
I
thing
remember.
about that, like my father would say that, and my elders say, but they didn't, like you were saying earlier, they didn't understand the couple with it how to be an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? To be financially free,
Yeah,
to
they didn't articulate.
unplug from the system. You know what I mean? Because they came up in an era where they had to leave school, drop out, and help the you know what I mean, just to survive, just to prove that you were human. You know what I mean? I can imagine even going through that. You know what I mean, and living through that era. I don't know how they did it, so I can imagine the psychological impact that happened to them as they tried to raise another generation and so on and so forth. And when we look at today, you know what I mean, we got to heal from within, man. You know what I mean, to do better. And platforms like this, I think it's a phenomenal start. You know what I mean? And I think we good. I think it's catching on. And it ain't gonna get like the toxic case and all that because we ain't about no foolery and no, mess and no garbage. So we got to understand that's the reality of it. I look at it as encouragement. You know what I mean? To push further. You know what I mean? To press on, even when we feel like we need a breather. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's all good. It's all in the end because look who is blessing. Look who's helping. I can imagine, and only the chat. And I yield back on this. Only the chat can probably speak on this. They might have been going through something during the day, during that week, during that month, and they came in the chat, and man, they just heard something. If it was a phrase from either one of us, anyone's how we deliver something, how we said what we said, and you can't tell me that ain't no dang, man. That is, man, I'm just getting pulled up just talking about it. I yield back.
Mm-hmm. Well said.
Absolutely. I look at it like this, like, it was a song with like we talk about Tupac a lot, but he had the song "I Get Around," but I think it was Shock G that said the song on there. Said he had a bar on there say, "I'm just a black man and caught up in the mix, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents."
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
hmm You know,
The struggle
we
is real.
the struggle was real, and they say life is short. That's a lie. Life is long, and
Yeah,
especially if you make the wrong choices.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you make wrong choices, which I have made wrong choices in my lifetime.
Hey, me as well, my brother. Learning every day to do
Yeah,
better.
we still learning. We still learning,
Yeah,
and coming up in the different dynamics that we typically come up in. You know what I'm saying? We have different experiences. We are set at a disadvantage already being black men
right.
in America, but then just coming up with the different dynamics as far as adolescence. Uh, we got all these different extremes coming at us, and to be able to be at a position that we have survived those different extremes, to be men of a certain age right now, to even be having this conversation should be celebrated. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? We ain't no snitches. We ain't this sucker ass nigga on the screen right now. We ain't none of that. We somebody that's sitting up here having a conversation and a dialogue on a platform. Shout out to Big Vi, and we breaking down game for people that we can politic and learn from and grow from. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the whole scope and what our ancestors went through through the Atlantic slave trade, through Jim Crow era, through
yeah,
all these different eras, all these different centuries to be where we at right now, to still be proud black men to stand as we are today. I think all of us should, you know, acknowledge one another as brothers and salute one another. And I salute y'all brothers on 2 days
right,
before Father's Day. You know
right
what I'm
back here.
saying? Um, I think that is amazing, and I think that Tupac coined the phrase, "the roads that grew
Mhm.
through the
Through the-
concrete." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Another pause, another dope book, another a good read, a good read, a good read.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, walk with me, Crux. Help me out. Please help me out on this. You know what
Yes,
I'm
yes, sir.
saying? My all-time favorite movie. Now, I'm gonna say it again. I don't think people heard me before, but I'm gonna make it clear. They make movies the way they make them, and sometimes you got certain scenes in there that may be a little graphic and say violent, and they show different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who the director is. I'm not entertained by that. I don't get caught up with that. I ain't trying to be on no, hating up whatever you people like that, whatever's your forte. I like movies for the dialect
Yes,
and the dialogue because, and you should be able to understand that. by the way I talk. My my
Absolutely.
my love language primarily is words of affirmation. You come to that conclusion if you listen to me long enough. That's what God deposited inside of me. So one of the
Absolutely.
movies that I like the best, the top movie I like the best that we don't really talk about a lot, not because of the violence and everything went on. It's the restaurant scene. Y'all better know what I'm talking about.
Mm.
You need people like me.
So you can point your finger.
And say, that's the bite, that's the bad guy. So
That's the bad guy.
what that make you good? Whoa, check it out. Check it out, Crux. You're
Oh yeah.
not good. You're not good. You just know how to hide
Yeah.
the truth. He said, me, I don't have that problem. I always tell the truth. Even when I lie.
mm.
Because you don't have to be what you want to be. Oh man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's get back to the bad guy. Look out.
Yeah.
There's the bad guy coming through.
It's a
Man,
bad guy coming through.
that scene right there, you talking about a life lesson that you can do a conference and a seminar and a workshop on the dialect that he spit on that. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, if y'all aware of it, y'all know, I'm not quite sure, but I think he ad-libbed a lot of that scene. If I heard it correctly, I think Al Pacino ad-libbed that particular scene. I don't know how much of it or what, but I believe that's what I heard.
Yeah, I can hear it in there. I can hear where the ad lib like they wanted that scene, that particular scene. It's particular scenes that they wanted to stand out, and that was one of them where they added them ad libs in there. Yeah.
Man, but do you know that costs you?
Hmm.
This what I mean. The movie Ali that Will Smith played in the hotel scene when he was talking to whatever number wife that was, and he made a statement and said that he is not afraid to be what he want to be, and he's also not afraid to not be what someone else wants him to be. Do you know that costs you to stand up like that, man?
Mm,
You ain't allowed to do that in this society. You get
man.
attacked
Uh uh.
like that. But if I go with the foolery, if I go with the narrative, and if I do like this dude that we had on the screen, the world is mine. But look what he said. All the access, everything he got, it was eating him up on the inside. Don't y'all think for one moment that them individuals that plotted against Mr. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and all these other individuals and malicious stuff, and it's
They
time
going
that they
through it.
and they man, I can't even get it out, Crux. I get it back to you.
They going through it. Like, I can imagine a lot of them, Jerry knows how they feeling right now. Because let's keep in mind that all of them were asked the same question while they were on the stand. Do you want to be here? No. Did you want to testify against Mr. Kelly? No. Do
Yeah.
you want him to go to jail? No. They all said that. Even
Mhm.
in the mockumentary, they asked all those alleged accusers, do you want him to go to jail? No, I do not. So what are we talking about? If
Yeah.
the alleged victims don't want to seek any type of criminal, you know, any type of criminal repercussions, why is the justice system like it? What are we wasting taxpayer dollars on alleged victims that don't see themselves as victims?
Ha, ha. $1 million question.
I'm
Exactly.
just saying, make it make sense.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we know right then and there's a bigger agenda.
Hmm.
there's more to the story. Then we see different, you know, uh people getting all these sensitives, immunity deals. Okay, it's easy for you to give them that. Now you're trying to get people, I mean, just a slap in the face, Section 8. You know, could you imagine them giving a white woman that is an alleged accuser of a sex crime, them giving her Section 8? That would never happen. That's a slap in the face to every black woman that has ever said that she was abused in life. That they will reward you with government assistance in the respect of Section 8. When anybody that can go through Section 8.
Thrives on misery.
Yeah, why would she take a plea deal?
Until I got the thug light tatted on my chest. Feel me? I've been living in the past. Wanna last. Be the first to blast. Remember Kato. Don't know what to see the seats. Call me the side. See you in the streets. Yeah, I for a G. For me.
Why did Roshonda take a plea deal?
Come on, Crux. You gotta spit some of that lick, man. Come on, Crux. Spit some of them verses, bro. Come on, man. Give us a little sample, Crux.
Happy birthday to the legend, the GOAT.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rap with Pac, man. Rap some of Pac shit.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Pac.
You fucking with them niggas that's insecure. Fucking with niggas that's insecure.
Oh, damn, my shit is pure.
Write down my number, but don't
call me unless you sure.
Trying to relocate between your legs. Or we experiment with sweaty sex.
You wouldn't let me. And now you straight begging to sex me. Damn if you won't.
It's a chance to go
do it live. When I stroll by, I see that look in your eye.
Treat yourself.
The blind stares of a million pairs.
Man.
But won't realize that
we
see the P.
Pac say he can make a motherfucking shake, rattle, and roll. Because
give me my money in stacks and lace my bitches with diamond bitches. Real niggas fingers on nickel plated non-triggers. Must see my enemies defeated.
Where they coked up and weedy. That's when you get your chest blown. Crowd like fuck. So you a friend of fuck? Nigga, you ain't know?
That's my alter ego, Crux. That's my alter ego.
That just gave man. Hey, Muse, hey, Pac, that's you all day, man.
That just gave me.
Yes, sir.
Man, never be another man to spit no lick like that, man. Never be another man.
Yeah, I'm so just like elated that even though, man, he ain't give a care about that, but he still got his style on the Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah.
Definitely the most influential rap artist of our time, man. Like, you know, just not just with his music, just him being him, his history, you know, coming up with a family that's, you know, a Black Panther background. He was that Black Messiah that J. Edgar Hoover was talking about in the hip hop community.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Malcolm X was Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So much potential. So much potential that was cut short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But like you said, I don't know how to change the world. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is, somebody gonna clean it up.
Yeah.
I mean, and he said, you know, but I will spark the brain that will change the world. Do you know them individuals in them places, man, don't think they would have sitting there listening to this dude?
Oh man. Man, they was watching this dude before he was born.
They study enough of them said, man, if we, man, please.
Man, they was studying him just knowing that they had another boy coming up in that family
Yep,
lineage.
there you
At
go.
the,
There you go.
his auntie a political prisoner, his mama a political prisoner, his father a political prisoner, his stepfather.
Yeah.
Every um every elder that he had was a political prisoner.
Our
So they
father,
say, oh,
Geronimo Pratt.
Geronimo Pratt.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Money B father. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
When he was in the
Yeah, his
womb, they was already conspiring against him.
yeah.
yeah. I went to
Yeah.
school with Geronimo Pratt's nieces and nephews.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Look what they did to Pop's cousin. What was his name? He died a year after him or 2 years after him.
Yeah, for food.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Gaddafi.
right,
Gaddafi.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Hey
It's
man,
crazy.
the good die young.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
I think they did something to Jewel as well. How in the hell that woman
To
been
who?
on all those records and didn't even have no money before she died? How in the hell is that?
Mm.
Well, I think part of the problem is too, and no disrespect. Look, I understood, I understand what Suge Knight was trying to do, but see, a lot of stuff he wasn't allowed them to put in their names either. So he had a lot of control over certain things. You know what I'm saying? And when you're not divvying up the money right and you're not checking your stuff, that's what you end up with.
Wow.
And don't forget that Death Row was up under. It fell up under. Um. Um. Uh. uh what's the label? Tupac with Men Against the World was up under Interscope. You know,
Hmm.
Jimmy Iovine and all them dudes. Man, listen.
Mm.
Yeah.
Did y'all know Ron Newton's sons? They was at Death Row or was signed to Death Row or was about to be signed to Death Row.
Who
I
that?
didn't know they was over there.
Who?
Ron Newton, his sons.
Oh no, no, I ain't know that.
Yeah.
I, yeah, I don't think.
I,
I don't
I
think.
was like, man,
Yeah, I don't remember hearing about that.
man.
Wow, that's crazy, man. You know,
And and
there's a lot.
it's something telling me that Suge Knight didn't even kill that man. I think they set that man up. Cause something don't seem right with that story. Talking about he ran over the man. He ran. I mean, I really don't. I can't even say he did or didn't. I really can't. Cause soon as he went on was that Jimmy Kimmel? And he said what he said about Easy E. I said, oh man.
Man, I heard something about Suge got like he going through his appeal and he already got like 15 years knocked off his sentence. I heard that somewhere.
No,
So
I
why
didn't.
people
Yeah.
that's not being publicized in the media though, but like he like getting some good action on his appeal though. Like he getting time knocked off like a motherfucker.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
That's something.
Wow.
I didn't even know about that.
Me
Yeah,
That's,
neither.
I didn't either. I just heard that maybe a couple days ago. They
oh
was like,
wow.
yeah, ain't nobody talking about it, but man,
Uh huh.
should get some good action on his appeal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They killed Pac's bodyguard. What was his name? Man.
Oh,
Frank Alexander.
I
Yeah,
can't think
yeah,
of his name when I know what you're talking about.
man. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy, man.
And man, to think that Pac actually warn Kels about what was to come. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah, that
like
I didn't never know that back then. I
I
wonder
didn't
what.
either.
Well, I was a
They,
kid, right? I couldn't remember.
Right,
they
right,
Wow.
just
right.
right, but just like Michael Jackson warned them too.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That I want to, but I did know since he did that song and collab with Michael. Of course, they had meetings. It's just common sense that they talked and shared. You know what I mean? And you,
Wait a minute. Wait, did they say Michael wanted to do a song or do a couple records with Death Row artists or something to that nature?
oh no, I ain't never heard that.
And
Yet.
I don't know.
Suge Knight turned it down or something like that. I
Now I
heard
know
Jarrell
that
talking
he
about
had
it.
they got a picture of Mike like in the studio with them, like with just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? So they probably was gonna do some music. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
Right.
they couldn't let that happen, man. Just
But
imagine.
yeah, Mike. They say Mike was very down to earth. Like you wouldn't think like. Cause shit, when he pulled up on Kels, he pulled up in the hood in the studio and went and recorded with Kels. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Everything checked.
Yeah, you got remember Mike. He from Gary, Indiana, the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Y'all
I like the
remember back in the
story. Kale said, but Mike cool with it though. He said Mike cool with it though. When you
Right.
try to smile, he said, man, yeah. Nobody knew he was coming. Hey, man, Mike smooth with it. He said Mike smooth with it though.
Oh
So
yeah,
you think
Prince was smooth too, man.
he's smart? You know he's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. All that body of catalog, man. It's like you do all of that, and then they come take everything that you done work so hard for.
Yeah, and they only do it for us. They only do it to our people.
But the thing about it is that I want people to understand. I know you get what you do to you, and you earn that. I get all of that, but people fail to get. You can't think on the surface level, and you can't be reaching for low hanging fruit. And what I mean by no one can get inside of you,
Mm-hmm.
take your gift. They can't do it. They don't have the ability to do. You know what it takes to take a human being's gift that was God given, whatever that may be. But what the
Yeah.
enemy can do, what that evil bad spirit will do through people or speaking to your mind. That's why you gotta capture your thoughts, man. You can't just let no any thoughts come in your forehead, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You got to cut that foolishness out. And then you got to make sure you're not around individuals with a negative energy and spirit on them. The surface, they look like they cool and all of that, but they don't stand up for nothing. And they talk negative, they talk defeat and stuff. You know what I mean? But what
Mm-hmm.
the enemy is will cause you to devalue your gifting so that you don't never even use it because you don't see no value in it. And you sit on your gift and you sit on the sideline of life just in hiding. Come on, I don't know what it is. If I knew what it was, I'd be up doing it. I'd turn into if I knew this, I wouldn't be in this situation. Our relationship would be no. Because at the end of the day, we always know what it is that we don't want to deal with the change that comes with. See,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
being being growing and being better and succeeding in that is a very uncomfortable space to be in. And that's our problem. That's why we don't win. We fall back. We lose hope. We stop. We give up because we don't want to go through the process of uncomfortability. So if you're trying to be successful in whatever it is, well, you might as well leave it alone because being successful is a very uncomfortable space. Ask Crush if you think I'm lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything you done been through to get to where you at today, was that a wonderful, comfortable space that you went through process?
Hell nah.
I rest my case and I yield back.
I was just saying, like, man, people been just so weird lately. Like they see you doing a new move or whatever. People that and it's like you know the way the world is moving right now. it's spooky. It's scary. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like fuck niggas is the majority now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the real is like real people that really genuinely like. And when I say real, I'm just saying people that's genuine. Like that shit is leap. That it's not the norm. You know what I'm saying? The norm is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like people that got hidden agendas, people that
Yeah.
want to try to be slick and get over, that got secret animosity. Ain't nobody just like genuinely like,
Yeah,
man,
fake everything. Fake eyelashes, fake behind, fake breast, fake this, fake. It's like, damn.
exactly.
And the killer part, you got men out here getting BBLs. It's like, what the fuck? If you want a woman to get it, what the hell is she got to be fake for? Most
None of that.
people.
I'm not finna touch none of that.
Man, if it ain't real, I don't want it.
Uh, okay.
Man,
See, Pop
Truth
say,
be,
I'm not a threat to you unless you are a threat to me.
Right.
man.
truth be told, man, it's. I was telling my sister this. My sister this other day. I said, shit, it's scary to date nowadays, man, because you don't know what's real and you don't know what's fake. Cause it's hard to
Yeah,
tell.
Man, the real
yeah,
the lines are super blurred right now.
yeah.
And then even on something else deeper than that, you got this mindset out here that because you come from good pedigree, meaning that don't mean that everything was perfect.
Right,
No,
Mm,
no,
right, right.
exactly.
I come from good stock, meaning I come from good principles, good
Yeah,
standards, on integrity, goodness, decency. You got
Mm.
individuals that you get in relationships, they look at that as the lamest man. They look at that as some crazy. It's like opposite, like their mind is twisted.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's
You
like
want me to be ratchet? You want me to be? You want me to be a criminal? And the mindset of that.
we gotta make being intelligent cool again. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? Like,
That's what I'm saying, Crunch. That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah,
all I'm
like we gotta make being compassionate
saying.
and able to fellowship and salute one another, make that be the thing again, because it's like people too cool to be like, man, bro, you good at what you do, brother Muse, the way you articulate yourself. Brother Judah, brother Trey Miguel, Big Bad, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on here, you know what I'm saying, man. I fuck with y'all brothers, how y'all articulate yourself, man. We vibe on some real shit. It's
Right.
like that's a lost art. Like we can't, black men can't be cool and celebrate one another. Like man, we gotta be beefing and all this goofy ass
hmm
shit.
hmm
That's the
Yeah.
only way. You know what I'm saying? You got to be real, man. That shit's some sucker shit.
They
Yeah.
got us
Or
believing being fake, right? Like you said, being fake just to make it in life. I can't live like that. I can't. I can't. Lie on people, lie to people, want to see a person dead, and I can't. I can't do that.
Yeah, can't wish
That's
ill on other people. I can't do
that
that. That ain't me.
that
Right.
happens, and
You
the
go up
reason
in the stores and people look at you crazy, and it's like, damn. But you can look at me, but I can't look at you. It's pitiful.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Trying to
See,
see what
people
clothes you got on. Damn, I don't give a damn if I go to the Goodwill. I got clothes on. What matter doesn't make where it come from.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we've been sold a dream, man. We've been sold a dream.
Yeah.
We've been
people
Shit,
sold.
hate
I
to
could
see.
love going to. Yeah.
People hate to see you. You know, doing good. Like, damn.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like shit. It's enough. It's enough fish in the sea for all us to eat.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I sent something to. Let me see if I can look at this that I sent nephew. I shared it with him. I came up just early and listened to some stuff, and I put it in the text. It's real short. Let me see if I can go through it without coming out to live.
Whatever happened to Roberts? What was that group he had? That female duo group. Was it JS?
Yeah,
JS?
I don't know too
It's
much
been a
about
while since I heard from them.
right. Mm.
There's a lot of artists Robert had that I never heard from in years.
Check this out. Check this out, Crux. I put this together earlier today. Trusting in the process of pruning will cost you your safety and comfort. However, on the other side of that completed process of pruning, we come forth a powerful instrument in God's service for his name's sake and for
Mm,
and for the encouragement of others around us.
Mm.
wow.
Say that one more time, bro. One more time, you. You there?
Somebody must call Uncle something because his shit just cut all the way out.
Yeah. You probably got a call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You got him?
damn,
Yeah.
you got man, they infiltrating your phone, right?
Y'all can hear him?
Well, yeah, you know.
Okay.
I was saying, say that piece one more time.
Yeah, I sent it to nephew. I sent the nephew in this text earlier. Let me see. Can I go back to it? Okay. Y'all can hear me still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trusting God in the process of pruning will cost you your safety and your comfort. However, on the other side of that completed process of pruning, we come forth a powerful instrument in God's service for his name's sake and for the encouragement of others around us.
Mm.
Right.
Powerful.
Now, there's another one I put in there. This one's shorter. Understanding and learning God's character helps us in the process that he's pruning us. When we can't comprehend his methods, our deliverance is in the details of that process of pruning.
Mm.
See why it's so important to go through the process of stuff? Because that's 1 week, man. We don't want to go through that.
Trust the
Yeah.
But
process.
that's what your deliverance is. You learn the details in that process of pruning is where you learn the secrets to the keys to your deliverance.
Mm.
Everything that is worth having, that's achievable, that's success.
You got to trust the process. You got to go through it. You know, storms come, and you got to understand that when the storms come, it may rain for a season, but the sun gonna shine eventually. It
Yeah,
has to.
yes, it's inevitable. It's a certainty that it will. But here's the key: why that process of your deliverance is so important. Because your obedience to that process is attached to another human being's destiny.
Mm,
Mm. That's
There's
God's
people,
work. That's
there's
God's
people
work.
that's attached to every last one of us, meaning there's individuals as well as Sir Miguel speak, and I address him as a professor. There's some people he can't reach because they didn't go through that particular process. They're gifting, you know what I mean? Everybody got an assignment. You never know. Crux, you've been in spaces that you never, and we ain't never talk about this. So let's get this straight. I ain't never talk, Crux. I don't know nothing about, he don't know nothing about what I'm about to say. You didn't been in spaces and you didn't been in a situation that was just organic. And because of some words you were speaking about whatever you was purchasing, all of that, it reached somebody, it struck up a conversation, and you gave somebody some, or somebody told you in past on the conversation, man, thank you for what you, man, that, bro, that hit different, man. I heard that before, man, but the way you said that, bro, that just did something different for me.
Yeah.
That's what real living is all about. Then you can wake up and know your living ain't in vain. But if you wake up like somebody took a winding key and turned it all the way and kept turning and turning and turning, you know them toys used to have all the way to the right till you can't turn it no more, and then you let it go. And this our selfish perspective. What about me? 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 Because that's all I heard in this case with them allegations, them accusers. It's a narcissistic entitlement spirit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No accountability for the decision that you may have made, regardless of how it went down, regardless of understanding. Take part of what you did so that you can move forward to be the best human. No, people want to draw a 401k in victim mode. That's how they want to live the rest of their life.
Yeah.
I throw all accountability out there. That way, I don't have to self-assess. I don't have to make no adjustments. There's nothing to do. Everybody is responsible for giving me that I need. So you can dress up the outside and make it nice and presentable and trick somebody and make them think that you nice and good. But inside, if you ain't did no self-work on the inside, like Lauren Hill say, and I yield back, true healing, she said, is from the inside out. We've been taught to protect our outer. She said, when our inner is suffering.
Right.
So when you go from level to level, being the best version of yourself every day, sometimes you have to reintroduce yourself to those that you know the closest. Because y'all ain't got to know the real me. Because every day I'm growing better, getting stronger, things are getting more clearer. So I have to reintroduce myself to me.
Absolutely.
Huh.
Absolutely.
And I'm off my soapbox and I yield back. I'm off my soapbox. I yield back.
Oh yeah, and that's the problem. Like you got to give people room to grow. Even ourselves, we got to give ourselves room to grow because we still learning. We forever learning and evolving. Every day you learning and you evolving. So me yesterday might not be the version of me today because I've grown from yesterday. If I'm living in my purpose, I'm gonna grow.
Yeah.
And the people that's around you, they got to be understanding to that. They got to have a certain level of understanding to even deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Or be able to uh accept you. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect
Mm-hmm.
some you the 20-year-old crux is not the 40-something-year-old crux today.
Yep. Yep.
It was some growth that happened that's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Because as human beings, we destined to grow as we evolve. You know what I'm saying? And that right there in itself is a testimony that can help somebody else through us expressing that testimony.
Yeah. Yeah. J Rock, J Rizzle, what's on your mind? J Rock, talk to us, help us out. Drop
What up,
some
Jay
on it.
Rock?
Drop some on it.
Well, what's going on? Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Shout out to everybody in the panel. Big Vibe News, Big Jeff, Judith, Sir Miguel. You know,
Jay Rizzo was good.
well, y'all mentioned trust the process, and that's cool, except if you are the Philadelphia 76ers. But having having said all that, somebody asked a question about about Pac's bodyguard. His name was Frank. I think his name was Frank Williams, I believe.
Yep.
I
That's
forgot it. Yeah.
which he was found dead about what 50, 60 miles outside of Los Angeles in his ranch, from what I heard.
Yeah.
You're down in near San Diego.
Right. I didn't know if it was north or south of LA, but I remember hearing that he got killed, and they try to label it as a suicide. But come on, man, we all know what that is, because every time in regards to Pac or Biggie's death, is always something that comes up. Somebody always goes down for whatever reason.
Michael Moore, the other bodyguard too. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they also asked a question about. They also asked a question about the R. Kelly's group of duo JS, who actually came out in 2003. The 20th anniversary of their album is coming up next month, at the end of next month.
Wow.
In which R. Kelly wrote over half of the album.
Wow.
I think it's July 29th, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So that 20th anniversary next month.
They owe that man a lot, man. They owe that. They owe that man a lot.
Trinity 5-7, the gospel group, them too.
Yeah, Trinity 5-7. Trinity 5-7.
J Rock, he did some music for them.
He wrote a song 1998 called God's Grace. Kirk Franklin was in the video.
Yep.
Kel wrote that?
Yeah. God's Grace.
Wow.
It was #1 on the gospel. Yeah.
Oh, I remember it. But I never knew that. Y'all, honestly, I never knew that. Wow.
Because when I first heard it, before I saw the video, I thought it was Changing Faces. And I'm like, no, they ain't Changing Faces.
They don't sound they don't sound nothing like me.
Well, I would say the style of the music, because of Robert.
Disrespect. That's no disrespect. They got a whole different sound and swag,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of sounds like something that he probably would have wrote for them.
Right.
In regards to it, but
y'all ain't heard me yet, so shit.
And you know what? How come they didn't have them to testify for Robert? All those artists, none of his artists, they allowed them to testify. It's not making sense, man.
It ain't that they didn't allow him. The people appointed at the time didn't do the job, man.
Yeah,
right.
That's
ass did their job. I mean, they left the man for dead.
That's it.
They wasn't expecting Charlie's Angel law firm.
Well said.
Wait a minute. Did I hear allegedly? I don't know how true this is. That Mary J. Blige had put some money on Robert's books when he was in Chicago.
I've heard something about that. I wouldn't even doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it. Bullshit ass boyfriend getting some of her money. Sorry ass nigga.
But you know that. But the thing is, in regards to R. Kelly, there are some people around that know bullshit when they see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
They know it. They actually absolutely know it. Even though you can't say anything for whatever reason. I don't know if they got her on a gag order, whatever.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, she's like, look. A lot of these people know what's going on. They know this is wrong. And
it happened to any one of them. Any one of us.
And that's the whole thing.
That's the bigger picture.
Right.
We came into where they stripped the shit. They stripped the power away from the artist. Created a web of shit you have to go through in order to succeed.
Right.
And they put you in a maze to where you just going around, and every time you look like you ain't got out of it, shit, you find yourself back in it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I saw something yesterday that's talked about Bill Cosby supposed to have some new charges being put on him in Las Vegas.
Oh my God.
Women coming forward saying that he R-worded them, drugged them, And this is from the
I
time
say,
span between 1979 and 1992, which
They
is
need
around
to
the
stop.
time that
Yeah.
you was
if
working
you
on
were
Fat Albert
drugged,
and the Cosby Show.
if you
Wow.
were drugged, how do you remember anything that took place after? That's the purpose of the drug, to knock you the fuck out.
Right.
How many? I don't think I heard a motherfucker that been knocked out before say when they got up with, damn man, I'm well rested. Good job.
And did Janice Dickerson, what's her name? She came out and confessed that she lied on the man.
She did.
It was
Sure.
the crack. It was the crack.
Wow.
That's
And
what
look at this.
white people
When
blame
when
their drug addictions on Bill Cosby from the 70s.
yeah, when Robert Chicago trial was about to come up, what happened? Kelly Price was went missing.
I don't see how she went missing beating that motherfucker. Yeah.
Because they said she was supposed to been testified for him, but next thing you know, I'm looking at the news. She nowhere to be found, and this was like 2 months or a month before the trial came up. I
She
said,
wasn't gonna
"I'll
sit
be
on no
damned."
stand. I tell you that, boy.
So what
Mhm.
that?
She wasn't gonna sit on no stand. That motherfucker was so big. It's
She,
ridiculous.
Stop.
but you know what?
I tell you
I
what though,
believe she would have told the truth. Kelly would have told the truth.
but you know what? I would
Okay.
take my chance with Kelly Price than I would with Jim Derogatis. I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir.
Well, when they open it, they're gonna have to extend it for both of them. Open it up.
And
But see,
Kelly Price
the
sister.
thing about what Kelly Price is, like I tell you, Judah, I know y'all believe in that shit. But one thing I can't accept from nobody that speak on Robert is to say, I never seen this, but
Yeah.
that word but just don't cut it for me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You
That
see,
but,
it's the savages try to come after her, and she said, "Hey, don't do that one."
man, I got Tim ass so I got it Tim ass so bad. You see, he wouldn't cut that shit off top of his head.
Mm-hmm. And I see what
And
Nisi Mo said in the
they
chat.
be up in the comments in my goddamn comments on my video, and I talk about their ass.
And I see that's why Nisi Mo went in. Nisi Mo brought up. He said that's why Kim Burrell went in on Kelly Price.
Yeah,
For what? Wait a minute. For what?
Because you make a
Kim
statement.
Burrell called out Kelly Price because she was because
She
she
made the
said
statement.
y'all know we stayed at Rob's house. There was no issues. There was no problem. And for you to say something like that, you did wrong.
Wow.
Because she made a statement, then she put that but on it's like whoever told, like, yeah, you make that statement, just say but at the end. So but is an insinuation word,
Well,
But
but if he did it, I can see what she's saying because I think they got to that woman, and I hear what you're saying, but they got to that woman. They did, and it's crazy that y'all trying to scare people with all this bullshit that y'all doing.
you just heard the dude. We're gonna have to finish up on that on old boy, because he gonna go into great details of how to, he told you, in there he told you how they study the music, the magazines, the artists, the comedians, the movie actors, like everything. He said these motherfuckers were singing songs that I didn't even know. They was teaching him shit that he wasn't even aware of.
Because we the only
And we sitting up
race.
here thinking thinking that look, people thinking they selling millions and millions of copies of CDs the whole time the FBI buying they shit straight from the distributor.
It's crazy.
A dirty world, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty world. If they couldn't kill us with slavery, they couldn't kill us with crack, they couldn't kill us with the swine flu, they couldn't kill us with COVID. Man, at some point they gonna have to realize they couldn't kill us with bombing Tulsa, Oklahoma. They gonna have to realize it, bro.
They thought they can
Ain't
kill us
going
and tell
nowhere.
us that Jesus was a white man that couldn't kill us with that.
Going nowhere.
Man.
Y'all want to come on a platform where y'all can enjoy some great content, But you ain't got the content creator all in the videos, dancing on the stage. I'm just saying.
Did y'all ever hear that Left Eye and Tupac was fighting in the club? They said she ripped his shirt, and he looked up and told T-Boz, "You better come get your girl."
I don't know, man. I don't even be dealing in a lot of. I don't be dealing in a lot of different realms of life. You know what I'm saying? Like
Man,
I just be. Honestly, I really be minding my business. Shit come across my lap. I
That's
mean,
the best way to be. That's the best
you
way.
know,
That's how I move.
that's just as a kid I was taught, man. Just mind
Yeah,
your business, man.
yeah.
Mind your business, man. Cause see, most of the time you get into people's shit, bro. You try yourself helping them, then turn around, her and the nigga jumping on you. God damn.
Yeah,
Beating you up, and I'm helping you I'm getting him off of you, and you and got up and hit me.
yeah.
What's wrong with you? Now I'm finna knock your ass out. But yeah, but it's just life, bro. Life itself, man. I I I don't even say I feel sorry for my people, bro. I just pray for my people, and like I said earlier, man, these people want us to think that we are less than. If we was less than, it would not be an assertive effort to get rid of us.
Exactly.
If we were less than, they would not be hiring us. I mean, these people got employee handbooks where it is mandatory that they hire minority people.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? If we were less than these, man, they want this shit. They want this shit. They want this world. Guess what? We should give it to them for a day and let them see how fucking bad they suck at work. Y'all want this world? Huh? Have it. This shit is
Ah,
over with. In one day, 24 hours. This bitch is ran in the ground.
yeah, they bring us in on a lot of their
Yeah, the
adventures.
niggas 24 hours. We gonna have all the Hellcats and all the Lamborghinis and Cadillacs and the big house. We gonna make some shit happen. We gonna have fun too. I'm gonna pose a question for y'all for the next live, man, on Monday. You
Okay.
got 24 hours in the day. How you spending it?
Mm.
24
Whew.
hours in a day with access to anything you want.
Mm.
But see, this shit's so crazy, right? You do that with a rich people. A rich person, they'll say, "Well, I just sit at home." But a person who ain't never had it, shit, they try to do all type of impossible shit. They done turned the goddamn jet into a regular car. They want to fly to Dubai and go over to Paris, then head over to your day gone, man.
Huh.
But I thank God for allowing me to come across you, brothers, sisters in the chat, man. I know that I don't be on the drama and the bullshit over here, so it ain't always gonna be popping over here. But Jesus is always popping over here. You
Yeah.
know, I know and I understand that sooner or later, one day I'm gonna wake up and I ain't gonna be able to respond back to everybody because they
Mm.
gonna say this motherfucker done went viral. You know, but I like you brothers on here. I like the sisters in the chat that hold it down, the brothers in the chat that hold it down as well. We're gonna continue this fight and bringing justice and speaking on the R. Kelly situation, the injustice. We've been talking about Boosie, man. Boosie has been very vocal about a lot of different things, but these people are studies showing us they self, and what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do to make the change? Because we can't sit here and pray for change, but we ain't making the necessary or taking the
Yeah.
necessary
Yeah.
steps to change. So that
Yeah.
that shit falling on deaf ears.
Yeah.
God, it's raining in my house. Can you fix it? But you still sitting your ass on the couch, other than going out there trying to cover your roof up. Like
Right. Right. Right.
the fuck.
Right.
We do a lot of shit some people do a lot of shit in life that just self-inflicted. I consider us all. We all have suffered from
Right.
self-inflicted wounds, because we love and didn't want to let go.
Right.
When we should have loved, we didn't know how to love. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree.
It's so much shit that we did a lot of harm to ourselves because honestly, as a man, really we educate ourselves. Despite having parents in the household and everything, we still educate ourselves about a lot of shit
Yeah.
when we start getting into shit because we trying to understand how this work, how that work, what this do, what that do, you know. So we teach ourselves. We do a lot for ourselves, but at the same time, understanding this shit that we be going over. And I learn from each and every one of you guys. When y'all talk, I'm listening because I'm trying to pick up the gem. So when I go back and look over something, I can think, damn, Uncle said something about the Pope Like, hold on, okay, all right, I got it. Boom. So this is what these lives do for me. When I
Right.
hear you guys talk, and I go back and play this live back, and I'm looking for the things that you were seeing. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we got shit, Jeff, Sir Miguel, J Rock, Dean, everybody that come up here, Judah, come up here. Judah gonna start being a part of the live shows when we come on, just having that, fresh thoughts in on the live as well. Our sister classy, Nisimo, lavish lady, that always grace the panel when we come up. So we finna get this thing moving forward, keep it moving forward. Our fathers, Sunday we gonna honor the women in the R. Kelly sector. I understand y'all been called out thing, everything under the sun. Don't hold it against me or nobody that rocks over here, but we're gonna honor the women in the R. Kelly sector for the fight that they have put up, and standing in they beliefs. And I know how hard it is because people look at you and judge you because you believe that this man is innocent. So we're gonna honor the women on Sunday and we're gonna have a good time and play some music and just chill out, until they shut it down. Um,
Yeah. That's what's up.
Monday, Sir Miguel, single fathers, man. Some of the struggles of being a single father. Boy, I felt it today. I felt it today. I had to write it down, man. Balancing work and parenting, boy, that's a hell of a fucking job. So come Monday, that's what we're gonna be on, and then we're gonna continue to go. I'm in the process of making a workbook, a single father's just it's just a little workbook for when you having them moments when you're tired.
Right. Right. That sounds good, nephew. That sounds awesome.
So we thank God for the people that sit in the background for me that listen to me and they understand my passion that I come with when I talk about this stuff that I talk about, even though they don't get into it, but they like when you on YouTube and you doing your thing, it seems like you be in a whole nother world because when you get off of YouTube, you just distance yourself. But I'm that type of person. When I ain't got too much to say in life, I'm quiet. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm
Right.
quiet.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with me. I just care not to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's just spark some interest in me and something just springs up out of me. Then I got to get it out. You know what I mean? I got to get it out. Yeah. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Man, this is a phenomenal live, nephew. Phenomenal
Yeah,
live.
we're gonna keep going through that. We're gonna keep going through that guy because he said a lot of more shit that he talked about, and
Oh yeah.
he talked about a lot of different shit. He talked about damn man, Sammy Davis Jr. How they infiltrated him when he gave back in the day. He borrowed Jeff Ford some money and shit, like $100,000. So they tried to bring him in on gang related charges. You know what I'm saying? Sammy Davis Jr. So he talk about all this shit. Like this dude was really like he's a bump. He probably dead by now though.
I don't know what the status is. I'm sure probably yeah.
So shout out to Nisimo. Shout out to Nisimo. And if y'all haven't became a member of the channel, man, make sure y'all become a member because when we start having lives like this, what I'm gonna do, what I think I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start making these members only, man. Because if the people ain't gonna show up, I might well make it for the members only, you know. But I'm gonna tell y'all, wait till y'all think catfishing, motherfucker. Wait till I show y'all what clickbait is. Just
Oh,
wait,
yeah, I came across some of those on YouTube.
just wait on it. I'm gonna show you what clickbait is. As soon as that
Hey.
chat pop up 100, 150, 200, I'm gonna just end that motherfucker. I thought y'all were coming to hear some bullshit, you know. Just
Remember Ricky Lyman?
imagine it, how they know how intrigued our people are with drama. Now, when you look at reality TV ain't what it used
Yeah,
to be back in the day. Reality TV is full of fucking drama.
yeah,
They had the Jerry Springer show. Now all the reality shows ain't number Jerry Springer.
yeah. Remember those days that the old people used to sit on the porch? I mean, man,
Man, I
run up and
remember
down the
days
street.
when the old people used to whoop my ass because out here playing baseball, and we used to play in the projects where I grew up. We played baseball. I'm quite sure it was other places too, but we played with a tennis ball. And when we played with a tennis ball, it ain't like we didn't play the regular baseball. When we play with the tennis ball, we can hit you with the tennis ball and you be out. Versus when we play with a real baseball, you gotta throw it to the base. But we play with a tennis ball, shit, we throw it and hit you. If we hit you across the head, in the face, wherever, you out.
Right.
And I got hit upside the head. I was like, man, what the fuck? And that lady heard me, boy. She tore my ass up. She had my shirt twisted up one way, carried me to my mama, and told my mama, yeah, he was over here in my yard cussing. Shit, my mama, they handed me off like a piece of mail, and I got my ass tore up from the front door to the back door. Boy, don't you be cussing in front of you. Oh, that's why I'm big on it with my kids. Respect your elders. I don't give a damn if they a year older than you.
Right.
And man, and I'm gonna tell you, when I moved up north, it was the weirdest shit to me when I moved up north. Because I would be in the store, I would be in the store buying groceries or whatever. I was like, yes, ma'am, no. Where you from? First thing. Oh, we know you ain't around here. These kids don't even say that shit. I'm like, what?
Oh wow. Yeah.
Hmm.
I first moved to Minnesota, bro. It was a culture shock, right? I'm sitting in class. No lie, boy. I'm gonna tell y'all. When I first moved to Minnesota from Louisiana, I'm sitting in class. I'm like, man, what the fuck is that smell? Man, I know I ain't the only one smelling this, man. Somebody, boy, I go to the bathroom. These motherfuckers in there washing their feet in the goddamn sink. Oh, hold on. What the fuck y'all got going on?
Wow.
Now, I'm new to the city, right? I'm new to the city, so
Right.
I go back to the classroom, tell the teacher, hey man, I'm trying to wash my hand. Man, these motherfuckers got their feet all in the sink. That's what I found out. I had never seen a Somali ever, man, until I moved to Minnesota, bro. And the teacher pulled me out of class. He like, man, those people are, they Somalian, whatever, just, whatever it is, just, sit away from them, whatever you got to do to not be distracted. But I'm like, boy, these motherfuckers stink, boy. But they had so many privileges in school, like they got it. The school was set up where you were Muslim, right? You can just, they got a certain period in the day where they allow them to just walk out of the classroom and go to prayer, all type of shit. But they took the actual prayer out of the school.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
You take the prayer out of the school to create a school system where the kids that religiously pray, they can go pray, at a certain, the shit crazy, bro. And God is not pleased with the way that the world is
They
going.
don't want our people to find out who they are.
That's a fact. Our people, I'm gonna tell you something else, Judah. A lot of our people don't want to find out who the fuck they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they say back in the day, motherfuckers in their own way.
Yeah.
Cause they too worried about Judah got on the fresh all white forces. You know what I'm saying?
Who you just said, nephew? They in their own way.
They in their own way. They mad
Mhm.
because got that brand new Tahoe. How Unc get that brand new Tahoe? Shit.
What?
He must be doing something. He can't just be working. You know what I'm saying? Crooks
Yeah.
got that new crib. Oh, he sell dope, girl. Yeah, my homeboy told me he bought something from him. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. They'll hate
Yeah.
before they congratulate. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Shit
But
crazy.
when you look at other races, oh, they working, they doing this, but like you say, when it come to us, we gotta be drug dealers.
Man, no
Man,
lie.
it's just
My
crazy.
dad probably sleep. I seen four Chinese families living in the same household together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Four
And
Chinese
coming in with
families, man.
yeah. Yeah.
Yep. They work and they invest and they build the community up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then when they want to the business within the community, the major people in the community, it's just like a board they come to decide each one of the individuals in the community invest in that particular business and they keep growing their communities like that and they police their own community.
Yeah.
And
Them
money goes
communities in Minnesota
police
that
like
got so them communities in Minnesota that got so slick. The people at the corner store, I'm gonna tell y'all something right. The people at the corner store so sharp, boy. They just start, they used to buy the food stamp, right? These motherfuckers buying the WIC voucher from the pregnant women.
wow.
Yeah.
Getting the
It's a store.
goddamn getting the free milk and shit, put it in their store, selling the shit.
It's a store
Wow.
here where I'm at. It's a store. I walked in one day at the check casting place, and I saw the guy behind the counter, and I said, "Where he get all those Quest cards from?" I said, "I know they don't give out Quest cards." I said, "Oh, those people giving them away, you know." And I said, "Oh,
Wow.
oh, wow, yep, that's how they making money off us."
They said, "Wake up, everybody! No more sleeping in bed."
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey nephew, let me ask you a question. I don't want to disturb you once we get out the live.
West Side.
With the membership that comes out monthly and whatever payment method you want to use, like if you want to use a Cash App card or you want to use your bank card, you can do either one, or would you suggest either or how does that work? And whatever come out, it can come out on that same day, or you got to make the payment yourself, or you can have it just automatically come out. Because
Nah,
I'm new to this stuff.
let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you like this now. I'm here for a long time. I'm here for a long time, but I ain't been here a long time. Now we're gonna have to ask Lavish Lady about the somebody in the chat help me out, cause she
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. I'm been. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, I
I
know
know
some
it's
things.
like $1.99. I don't know if it's a monthly thing or how it go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Lavish Lady, she helped me out with, articulate it for me. She break it down, you know,
Okay.
uh, for me shit, man. But this shit, like I say, man, when you got these like Jeff, Sir Miguel, J Rock, everybody up here like this, bro, we're gonna have to start making this shit exclusively, man. Exclusive.
Right. Right.
At
Right.
least
Yeah.
if we could do the first part of it exclusive for the members only, then we open it up for everybody. You know. But like you say, man, our people perish for the lack of knowledge, and they keep running from it. They don't want to know the truth. It's more comfortable. It's more comfortable to live in a lie than it is the truth.
Yep.
Mm. Yeah.
I have a question. Did y'all know Justin Timberlake first album, every song on that album was turned down by Michael Jackson?
Mm-mm.
No,
Yeah.
I never heard. But yeah, I don't
So
get
I
too
was
deep.
like, wow, man.
You a lot more ahead of me on that part. You know,
Yeah, true.
I only know certain things. Well, pretty much I
Mm-hmm.
just take the shit that I hear them say and I break it down and articulate the shit because
Mm-hmm.
you know I be want to get to the bottom of the shit. So right now
Exactly.
we in the oven we at the oven at 350, but we waiting on Jennifer to come on. And what they gonna do with her? I don't know why they taking so long. But then they fucking with Bill Cosby. I seen his goddamn Bill Cosby show still running on Hallmark.
Mm.
Really?
And on TV One.
Yeah, the Cosby show still running.
Wow. So
And
he
see
should be.
what you just said. I didn't know that either. But to me, it's at the point now with anything in regards to this industry, nothing surprises me anymore.
Right.
Now the industry
Right.
like
Right.
piece of shit, man. Very well. They
I
do
remember those days.
commit all the crime and hide their hand, and some
Yeah.
artists gotta pay for it.
Right.
Yep.
And I saw something on CNN. They're talking about they're supposed to be having a Juneteenth celebration, talking about celebration of freedom. I'm like, I saw Kirk Franklin name, Charlie Wilson name,
Oh my
other
god!
people up in
Ain't
there.
Kirk Franklin and revolutionized himself to a hip hop artist or some shit?
Yeah. You know what? I just wish he can deal with that deficit he had about his parents, man. That's it seems like he's still struggling with that, J Rock.
Now I
And
seen Kirk Franklin on the Suki with the good coochie page, man.
it shows it, and my heart goes out to that man. And he spoke on it numerous times. And yeah,
I seen Kirk Franklin on the Suki with the good coochie. It's Twitter. I say, Pastor Franklin, that's you?
He did what?
he
I
ain't
ain't.
no pastor. Yeah, I hear you.
Somebody probably hijacked somebody. You know, people they good with copying them goddamn profiles, man.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
I hope he can make amends with his son though.
Who Kirk?
Yeah, I hope he.
It's only if
Man,
his son.
Kirk out here start lifting them weights, and you know they get to lifting them weights, they get on them goddamn roids. Yeah, always.
Yeah. Yep. I wish wish them the best. Like man.
Nobody win when the family feud, man.
Yep. That's it, nephew. That's it. That's it. And don't turn your children against the other parent. That's some evil stuff. Because man, that's some. I don't like that. I don't like that. You know, you
Yeah,
thinking.
you know what? His wife he with now. I seen that. I seen that. It's like you outed this son over here, pushed him away, and put your kids up. It's crazy
Wife he
shit
went
going on.
now. So he left his other wife. These pastors ain't shit, bro. God got a special place in here. It got a special place for these pastors out here with this bullshit.
Now you see Kirk Franklin and his wife got a new dating show on TV One called The One, right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. Certain stuff they get into that stuff.
It just came out not too long ago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
I can't do nobody like that, man. You know, I don't care. I don't care how grown your kids is. You don't stop loving your children.
No, I don't. I don't. Well, one thing too, man. You're gonna respect. You're gonna respect. As your parent. But there's some other stuff going on with that. The first parent, the woman he had the child, his first son by. There's some other stuff by that. And I've witnessed in those situations where this parent poisoned the child's mind. You know what I mean? And you see the parent not there, but you don't know all the dynamics of how they came about. And so what I'm saying is stop putting your kids in grown folk business.
Man, look here.
Right, right,
My
right,
mama
right.
said when we were kids, when the company comes, take your ass in the room. And if
Or
you
outside.
repeat it, and if you repeat something that was said in this house outside of the house, when
Yeah,
your ass get home, I got something for you too.
yeah, that's
Shit,
it.
I
Mm-hmm.
used to get plenty of them ass whooping because every time I went to my grandma's house, I told everything.
Oh wow.
Told my grandma you need to get me from over there, boy. I told her shit, I can go to jail. Goddamn being up in there, jail can't be no worse than sleeping in this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
When I became older, I had to go back and apologize to my mama. She was doing the best she could raising a
Right.
son and two daughters by herself. So,
Yeah, yeah,
as a
I understand.
kid, you don't look at that shit that way. You just feel
Right,
like you're being
Mm-hmm.
mistreated.
right.
Now that I got kids, like she tell me, you gonna realize this shit one day you have kids. Boy, look at me and my son, I'd be up in his face. I'd be like, mother, boy, don't try me if you want to. Then you
Mm-hmm.
know your dad they got old because I be tired when I come home from work. I still got one round in me. He just don't know. I got one round in me. I swear for
Right.
God.
I remember. I remember them whoopings, boy. Yes.
And guess what? He gonna be looking for. I'm gonna grab him by the leg. I'm gonna grab them legs first. He think I'm gonna come up top. I'm
Thinking
gonna
they forgot.
knock you off top of your feet.
Yeah, I
Then
don't
see
get
what
out
you
of my
do.
sleep.
I might can't stand toe to toe too long, but I can wrestle for a while. Yeah. I'm still, but I love my kids, man. My kids is who I do it for, man. My kids are that battery in the back. Every day, the reason why I strive for great, strive for more. The reason why I come on this platform, but y'all, my daughter she done told all her friends at school that her dad is a famous YouTuber. I'm like, why did you tell them that? Why?
That's good, nephew. I like that. I like that, nephew.
Man, my daughter, she would call and
Yeah.
tell me about shit that I be talking about on here, man. My daughter called me and she'd be like, yeah, I seen you on YouTube the other day. I'm like, what was you doing up? I wasn't supposed to be up, but I seen you on there. I'm like, they all my son Hill, my son in Ohio. They be watching me, man, and they understand. Like they
Right.
know I talk good about accountability, man. They know when they come to my kids, only thing I ask them to do is be accountable for your actions. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
you do, own up to it. Don't lie. You know what I'm saying? And if you could be honest with me, you gonna damn sure be honest with anybody else in this world.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It was different when we was growing up. The 90s, early 2000s, man, it was different.
You ain't have a voice, and then I told I was having a conversation with somebody about that the other day. They like, well, then back when we was growing up, we didn't have a voice. I said, and you know what? It made sense because our parents said what it was, and we did what it was that we had to do. Now you ask your child something, you allow them to speak back how they feel. I say, which then, if you really look at it, that's when the disrespect is open. That's when the door is open. When you
Mm-hmm.
allow them to say, when you give them a choice of what they want to do and don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to when we was coming up, shit, get your ass in there and wash the motherfucking dishes. I don't care if you haven't eaten nothing. Get in there and clean that bathroom up. I shouldn't have to ask you to take the trash out.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, man, that was all allowance. Man, my son, I got a damn board on the refrigerator for allowance. And it got at the end of the week, if you meet all the criteria, man, you can get yourself $75. He ain't got $75 since the board been up. I'm telling you.
I remember those days. Yep. Used to have allowance, used to have chores. Yeah.
Man, but you know what? Our reward
Wow.
Our reward back in the day for doing our chores was you get to go outside, or you might get a snack. You know what I'm saying? You might get some
Yeah.
extras at
Yeah.
dinner time.
Yeah.
These kids, they want the money, but they don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
But only
Yeah.
by my daughter I got a soft spot for her. She get away, but I had to get tough. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all the shit I did one day with my daughter, right? So one day she got in trouble. Her mama called me. Say, Vi, you better get over here because I'm finna fuck your daughter up. I'm like, what she did? So she done got a hold to her mama Mac makeup and shit. So I was like, what the hell? She done got a hold to the makeup. She done went in there trying to do the makeup on herself and shit. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna come by there. So I get over there. My daughter see me come through the door. She instantly, she shag ass clean upstairs to the room. So here come my mama with the belt, like, well, you can do it or I'm gonna do it. I say, well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. What she did? Oh, she fucked with your makeup, your Mac shit. I said, okay, I just give you the money for that makeup. It ain't about the money. Now it ain't about the money to replace it. It's the simple fact that she was playing it. I said, okay, well then you feel like that about my daughter. Fuck with your makeup. Okay, give me that belt. Give me that belt. I said, give me that belt. I said, Caleb, I'm finna come up here and tear your ass up. Fuck with this makeup. So I go in the room, right? Hey, fellas. Now this is when I realized that I was soft when it come to my daughter. So I goes in the room to whoop her, right? I shuts the door and lock it. I tell my daughter, right? I say,
Yeah, holler like you whoop me.
I tell my daughter, I say, now I'm gonna be smacking this belt up against this damn wall. You better be screaming hollering like I whooping you.
I know. I knew it.
Mm-mm.
I'm hitting the belt in my hand. I told you by playing that makeup, my daughter. Okay, daddy. Okay, daddy. And
Nephew, boy, I tell you.
I told my daughter, now you gotta get in acting school. Cause she did. So one day, it was years after the fact, I told her, Mom, you remember that day? She said, my son, I know you didn't whoop her. I thought I could. I thought I could whoop her, but I couldn't, man. But she understood from that day. When I sat her down and talked to her how important it is for her to wait and be patient in order to grow up to be able to do those things. You know,
Right.
don't rush your time.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
that was
Don't
a
rush
lesson
your
right
time
there.
to
Yeah.
get
Wow.
there. You know.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That was a good lesson right there. You just said, wow.
Boy, it was funny though, boy. When I say I'm gonna act like I'm whooping you, you get to holler now, like I'm tearing your tail up, boy. She got okay, daddy, okay, I'm sorry.
You just get tickled thinking about that.
Boy, yes,
Hey,
indeed, boy. Her mama don't like to hear that story. No, she don't like hearing that.
They say be a kid long as you can.
Oh yeah,
right.
I teach
Oh
my
man, I didn't get that when I was young. Man,
yeah.
I can't wait till I get grown. My mother said, don't say that because when you get grown, you gonna wish you was a kid again. And I remember
Mm.
calling my mom one day, and you can tell if your mom be like having those days where she be just, just going through just life reminiscing and all of that. And I said, Mom, remember that time you used to say, I was saying, I can't wait till I get grown and all that. And we said, don't say that. You're going to wish you was a kid again when you get grown. She said, yeah, I always try to tell y'all the truth, do the best I could. I said, yeah. And I kind of said something to make her laugh a little bit, but I was serious. I said, Mom, I can understand if you stand now because I said, this grown stuff, Mama, this just too much pressure. Woo, they just want
Yeah.
too much from you once you get grown.
Mhm.
Woo, man, just the way I
Yeah.
just said it, you know what I mean? She kind of chuckled a little bit. She said, yeah, I always try to tell y'all what was right. I tried to do the best I could. And I think that kind of gave her, you know what I mean, nephew?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Mm.
remember
Our
that was
parents,
years ago.
our parents wasn't the best. They wasn't
No,
the best at articulating what
right,
they was trying to say. They just said it,
right,
but they didn't break it down into
right, right,
detail like what they
right,
mean about this. You know what I'm saying? You know,
And my parents just said, just keep on living, mom, man. Just keep on living.
keep on
Like
living. That's it.
when I got older and got through a little bit of life, I said, ooh, that's what they was talking about.
And then the
Woo!
funny part
That's what
about
they,
it is there will always be music to always remind you. There was a song by this
ooh,
artist
yeah,
by the name of Junior back in the day. Said, "Mama used to say,
yeah,
take
Yeah,
yeah.
time,
yeah, yeah.
young man.
Woo! Don't you rush to get on.
Don't you rush to get old."
Yeah.
Hey, J Rock, go ahead.
I couldn't even have no computer.
Mm,
I could have no computer
You couldn't have no computer shit. We couldn't afford a computer. What the fuck?
because back in the '90s they had America Online and they had a chatting site and it was a lady that came up missing. I couldn't even have no. Nope.
right. Mm-hmm.
They
We didn't
said
know what
nope.
a computer was. I didn't get my first video game until I was 30.
Wow.
I was so
Wow.
used to. I never had a video game growing up. I was used to not having one. I was always outside. Nigga, I
Yep.
was one of them kids that watched Dennis the Menace as a child, and I was outside
Right.
doing the shit that Dennis the Menace was doing. I was really doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Junior
just
from Problem
that's
Child, all that shit. That was me.
Yep.
I was
Yep.
out there.
They had
My
us
grandma
reading
would leave to
books
go
and
to work,
stuff.
and my grandma would leave to go to work at 6:30. I was outside at 7:00. Goddamn me. And didn't
Yeah.
come back in until it was time to, man. Me and my friends, boy, we had a clubhouse in the woods, man. We just set little fires and shit, and camp out. We were like, man, we're gonna go to your mama house. Well, you gonna go steal some sausages from your mama house. We're gonna steal some chicken from our house. We're gonna steal some goddamn meat. And we would bring that food and put it together, goddamn me. We be out in the woods hanging out, chilling all day long.
wow.
Goddamn beef freezer coming up short. Goddamn, we stealing that goddamn meat every day.
Yeah.
One of my little cousins right now today, man, he cook his ass off. He used to be the cook. We go get meat from. I don't say stealing because we taking it from home, but they didn't know we were taking it. But you know, it was about 6 or 7 of us, and we all would take some out of the refrigerator and come. We'll put the goddamn canned corn. We'll open it, take the top off of it, and sit it on that goddamn grill and cook that corn. Man, we used to do a lot of shit as kids, man. I mean, and I had fun doing it. It wasn't no video game sitting in the house. We was always outside.
Jumping on mattresses.
Man, that's in the project, man. Somebody probably had sex all over that match. You flipping all on it.
Right.
Mhm.
We made the best out of the little bit that was given, bro. And now we have spoiled children that don't know
Yeah.
how to do none of that, man. We used to put bikes together. You know, we'll go find a bike, goddamn, it'll have no one.
Yeah. Go karts. Yep.
You know, we'll put that bike together and we'll be sharing it with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Got a big wheel at the back, a little wheel in the front.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. But you know what? It's me growing up in middle school and all that stuff. Some of us kids don't even know what other kids is going home to.
Yeah.
You
Excuse me,
know,
Judah. Brother Judah.
it's like,
Brother Judah, excuse me.
yeah,
I'm sorry. Excuse me for a minute. Darlene, thank you so much, sweetheart. I'm reading this thing. Thank you so much. And then I can, I'll go on YouTube and they'll explain it to me a little bit more too. I did that with the Cash App to understand some stuff, how to transfer from my bank account to link it to the card and do some stuff. So yeah. So thank you so much for that. I got it. Okay, thanks. All right, I'm sorry, Judah. Go
Thank
ahead,
you
my
for
brother.
the donation too, Darlene.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh shit, was it 11:00? I gotta take my black ass to work in the morning.
Yeah.
They lucky, but I gave them that 2-week notice. They talking about the overtime just about to start. Not for me.
They trying to bait you.
mm,
They trying to bait you
Yeah,
in. Thank you.
now I put my 2-week notice in right in front of the big boss, the superintendent, in the
Wow.
room. All 3 of them was in there when I went in that office. And then
Oh wow.
then the boss, but my superintendent told me, he's like, I understand you gotta go and do what you gotta do. You know, if the job got better benefits and stuff, he said, but I want you to know You always welcome back here. Your work ethic and everything you done. Because even at my job, when my situation came about my son, they didn't even have a night shift. They created that night shift just so I could be able to have my son.
Nephew, that's favor. Favor from above. Favor. That's what that is.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what favor looks like.
And that's what he told me. I was like, I appreciate what y'all done. For, he's like, nah, we didn't do that for you. You did that. All your hard work while we trusted you and that you can get it done. I was like, damn.
Yep, that's what's up, nephew. That's what's up.
Yeah, my granddaddy looking down like, I told you, son.
Yeah. Yeah.
They used to have me shut down the whole kitchen. Okay, everybody go home. All right.
Right.
Shut down the whole kitchen.
Mm-hmm. You can't be afraid to work, man. That's work ethic take you a long way, man. And that's one thing my granddaddy used to do. Man, I tell y'all, man, and I lived with my granddaddy for the period of time. Man, I never knew my granddaddy cooked breakfast because I used to be in there. I'll be up all night like my son do right now. And then I'll be asleep by the time the morning comes. So my granddad took me one day. He said, how you expect to make money if you sleeping all day? If you sleeping over half of your day? I said, well, I never really thought about that. He say, if you ain't getting up until 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, what can you do? What job you gonna find? Especially in the little town it was badly jobs there. Ain't no job to work in the nighttime or night shift. So I'm like, damn, like shit, I really done missed half the day. So shit, I start setting my alarm to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Come to find out, man, my granddaddy cooking bacon, eggs, and everything, but the shit be gone by the time I get up because my brother be eating the leftovers.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, he taught me a lesson, man. Then, and ever since then, I've been the type that, man, I get up, I'm up there every day. I don't have to be to work at 6:30. I'm up at 4:30 every morning. Every morning, I'm up 4:30. I'm up. I like to get up, sit up, get myself woke up before I get started on my, journey to work. But, that's one thing. Like I learned that from my granddad. If you get up on time, that means you're late.
That's what I'm talking about right there. This is my first time doing it too. It's real similar to the other spot I had.
I just want to, but like I said, I want to appreciate everybody for coming over, man. And I thank y'all, man. We had a great conversation tonight. Again, happy birthday to Tupac, man. Free Chaos, free Boosie, free all the innocent men and women that's incarcerated during time that ain't did the crime.
Hey, Vi, I did not know that Pop's stepdad was in prison for a long time. I didn't even know that.
Matulu?
Oh, yeah, Matulu Shakur.
Yeah, he just got out.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah. He on the Rico.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Happy
birthday,
Pop.
The government tried to get all of them, man. They wanted to stop any rise of a black messiah, man, by all means.
Yeah.
Matulu lucky to even have his life, bro.
Yep.
Think about all the songs R. Kelly wrote. I Believe I Can Fly, World's Greatest.
Yep, I've been saying that earlier, J-Rock. Yep.
Man.
Yep. It's right there in our face. We just gotta, man, take the scales off our eyes, man, to be able to see. Man, what's really going on.
See, if Trey Songz did not come up against Kells, he could. I ain't gonna say would be the next R&B, King R&B, but man, you could have did amazing things with Robert, dude.
Robert would have took him. Robert say, "See, I know where he's trying to go. You know what I'm saying? He trying to take the elevator, but he needs to take the stairs."
Exactly.
That was that statement. He said, "I'm at my best when I'm wanted, when I'm needed, or something." He phrased it a certain way. I'm at my best when I'm needed, or somehow he said it. But
man, did he say Robert need to sit down somewhere, something to that nature? That's where all this got started from.
I don't know, man. Trey Songz, these little young kids, I like Trey. I like Trey. Trey got some shit. Trey. That'll be a versus I want to see. I want to see a versus Trey and Chris Brown. I mean, Trey got some nice albums, man.
I won't put him against Chris Brown. You better up there with
Chris Brown. They got you take all that dancing away. That motherfucker. Trey got some hits, man.
you forget, man. Chris Brown can sing anything. He done proved it, man. But his perfect life, man. Nephew, he got to work on. He got to humble himself enough, man, to really.
Thing is, though, it's just like us, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we done been through enough to we care. We'll just say we care to understand.
Right.
We care what our image is, and we understand how valuable our image is to, how we present ourselves. But they giving these young ass kids, man, multi-million dollars who ain't never struggled in their life.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It should be a fucking class. If you want to get a contract worth $100 million, you get a contract worth $1 million. You need to have a fucking class to say how to deal with this shit, how to manage this money. I mean, 500,000, 100,000. If I ain't never had $100,000 in my life, if you gonna give me 100,000, I'm willing to sit in class and listen to you tell me how can I invest this money, how can I save this money, how can I make this money make money, because you giving these kids who ain't never struggled or had shit ever, and they never had to want for shit, and you giving them millions of dollars, bro, and then they going straight to the drugs, the alcohol, and tattoos and guns.
And you know what? It was all set up and designed, because those people back then, they had to. How can I put this? They work hard in the damn studio. Shit, rushing through an album. They said it took time for us to even put an album together. That's where your good albums come from. What, 4 months, 7 months to work on the album?
You see how they changed. Even with this YouTube shit, mark my word.
Yeah.
They gonna change the way the set. They gonna change the format for these people who's going viral. There's becoming viral sensations, getting all of this money on these platforms. Because motherfuckers don't even care about schooling no more. They trying to either go play basketball, play football, or get a fucking podcast. Come on YouTube to try, and get paid. The one and done basketball shit. They gonna change that shit again. Why? Man, too many successful black people is coming out from this shit. You look at these successful black YouTubers, man, they living like athletes, man.
Yeah.
And now look at the college students now with the NIL deals.
LeBron James' son, 7 point something million before he even go to goddamn. He got a gaming deal. Then he got an NIL deal for 7 point something million dollars.
It's you know what? It's strange. It's strange because those people back then, the people today didn't sell those records like they did with the people back then, and they get more money than the artists back then. Something is wrong. These artists are selling 10 million records or better, and then you're giving 50,000. You gonna give me 50,000 after I sold 10 million records on one album?
Yeah, YouTube only give you $1 per 1,000 views, man.
Man,
so imagine that.
That's a damn shame, man.
And see, the thing is, they always talked about the state of R&B, what's going on with R&B right now. Look, we said the whole time that R&B been on life support for the better part of roughly about almost a decade.
Yeah.
R. Kelly's main people that's been is like one of the main artists that's been holding it down. And as much as we love New Edition collectively has not come out with a new album in nearly 20 years.
Yeah.
It's been that long.
Wow.
They have not collectively. We know BBD came out with an album about five years ago. So, but collectively, New Edition, nearly 20 years.
Wow.
So with
But you
everything.
know what? I back in 2012, 2011, I had got a Jet magazine book, and they had Justin Bieber, Katy Perry, Adele, Sam Smith, Justin Timberlake, and it said on top, "Oh, the new faces of soul music." I said, "What the hell you mean the new faces of soul music? What is y'all talking about? You talk about the state of R&B, but why you calling them the soul music? What the hell is all that about?"
Yeah,
It's like,
new,
damn, y'all trying to race us from every damn thing.
yeah, yeah. They've been trying to race because like I told people a lot. Like I said, New Edition is our generation Temptations. They have
Mm-hmm.
not had a new album collectively in nearly 20 years. Now you take a look at all these other artists that's been going on. R&B is right now currently on life support. We all know, and especially
Yeah.
with what he would and what R. Kelly did for the Isley Brothers, Charlie Wilson, countless others. You don't think he would have got with New Edition and would have just really just breathed new life into New Edition?
Wow. Yeah.
Because I'll tell
Yep.
you right now, I believe it was gonna happen, but because of what some of the people in the industry had done, because it all started when they undercut him with that LSG project, because
Mm-hmm.
it was going to be a chain. It was going to be a chain reaction because he
Yep.
was supposed to be part of that LSG project. His own label kept him from it. So
Wait. Who put been who?
R. Kelly's own label, Jive Records, they kept him from that LSG project.
LSG. You talking about with Jelliver and
Gerald Levert, Keith Sweat, Johnny Gill.
oh
Gerald Levert, God rest his soul, when Tavis Smiley
wow.
had that show, I think it was BET Talk,
Yep.
and
Man.
Gerald Levert was on that show, and then Tavis asked him how did the LSG project come together. Gerald said the first thing that came out of Gerald's mouth. By the way, his daddy was also on the set with him. The first thing that came out of Gerald's mouth was, "We asked R. Kelly to join. R. Kelly was down and wanted to do it, but his label wouldn't let him do it."
Mm, mm. See, that's that bullshit again. Like Sam Cooke and James Brown, they don't want nobody coming together.
Mm. And if you know, this was 97 when that LSG album came out.
Yeah.
At that point, Gerald Levert had an album come out called Love and Consequences. R. Kelly did a song on that one called Men Like Us. Johnny Gill also had an album come out in 97. It was 96 and 97. R. Kelly did a song called Someone to Love on his album. That's on the
Wow.
Let's Get the Right album. So the only person he didn't get a chance to work with was Keith. And you know that would have happened because it would have been on the LSG project anyway. So you
Yeah.
know, if he worked with Johnny, he worked with Gerald. Johnny is the doorway to what group? New Edition.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, if he worked with Johnny, New Edition was only going to be a phone call away.
Wow. And I also would have loved if Robert worked with Boys the Man. That would have been great as
That
well.
would have been another connection because if he'd worked with Johnny and then worked with New Edition, Boyz II Men was right there. It's a chain
Man.
reaction because he would have worked with, and if he would have worked with Keith Sweat, R. Kelly, another one of his favorite R&B groups is Silk.
Yeah.
Silk is one of his favorite R&B groups. He said it.
Man.
Silk would have been on there.
Cause Silk remind you of his group he was in. You know. Well, damn.
And shout out to Ed O'Bannon who helped get the NI deals in place for these college kids.
Yeah, I remember Ed O'Bannon when he was on that 95 UCLA championship squad.
Put the time and the work in to get it done, and they tried to shut him down, but he kept fighting.
Now, Sir Miguel, do you think Chris Webber kind of sold the seeds in that too? Because it kind of started because once after his sophomore year in Fab Five, he jumped and went pro because he said he saw his jersey selling in a mall for like about $75, and he's like, he's like, and I'm not getting paid off. And the reporter that reported on from Detroit, he said once he heard Chris Webber say that, he said he knew he was going pro.
Well, you got to keep in mind when they won the when Ed O'Bannon won the championship, they was already talking about that during that time because they was talking about doing the NCAA tournament and stuff. So you can say both of them kind of got it started, but he, you know, that took years, man. He kept on fighting, and when it went through, shit, I don't know how much money he got, but from his jersey sales, but I know he's a big time car salesman in Las Vegas and stuff. So he, you know, he pretty well off and shit.
I'm gonna excuse me, gentlemen. I'm gonna go ahead and slide on out respectfully, humbly. It's always a pleasure when we come together and break that bread. Blessing to everybody in the chat. Until next time, we're gonna let Nephew Vi lay down so he can get up. Blessing to everybody. I'm gonna yield on out.
For sure. Have a good night, brother Muse.
All right.
Muse, have a good night.
Yeah, I'm gonna get myself off here too because I gotta get up at 5 myself.
All right. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate y'all coming. Judah, I got your number, so man, I'll be adding you, man. So be looking out, man. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, man. Is the live days.
All right. Yep.
Sir Miguel J. Rock, salute to you, brothers, man. Stay on the swivel and not the pivot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Shout out to the best on YouTube street. Glad y'all was here with me tonight. Like I say, man, I take y'all with me anywhere versus anybody. Whoever want to do it, man, tell them pull up because we gonna pop out.
And let me say one last thing. Of course, I don't get caught up in the whole Father's Day bit because I believe your responsibilities are 365 days a year. As long as you playing a part and a role in your children's life, they recognize who you are as a father, being a father, and the duties and the responsibilities that you entail and the quality time that you spend with them. So never let someone tell you that you're only observed or celebrated one day out the year. To all the Jews in the chat, you are celebrated 365 days a year, regardless of what people say or think. So blessings to all of you, and may God keep you.
Amen.
Amen. All right. That's a wrap.
Y'all have a blessed evening. Holla at y'all with 2 and 2.
What it do? It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Oh, wrong one.